Umpire Brett Allen, in charge with Peter Carey today, gets the game at Princes Park underway. Hawthorn going left to right. Madden over the ball. Umpire Carey comes in. We'll sort this out with a bounce.
Gary Ayres not playing. Sorry, Drew. Gary Ayres not playing, and Darren Baxter also left out of the side through injury.
Adrian Gleeson missing for Carlton. Still near the cricket pitch area. And Greg Deere wins. Crawford, a little hand pass to Pritchard. His left footer up towards half forward, short of the 50. Overrun down there by McKay. Taken out of defence by Cortifides, but he kicks touched out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in.
It's half forward for Hawthorn. They're kicking to the Robert Heatley stand in, the members stand in, social club end, as we see, as usual, doing the ruck work on the forward line for Hawthorn. Paul Deere. Now there's a mismatch in height. Deere used his strength there though. Sexton goes in for the Blues, comes out with the ball, brings it out towards centre wing. A pack of players there. Over the back is Ben Allen, who looks as though Bernie's got the job on Greg Williams.
Yes, he's picking up Williams, and Matthew Hogg picking up Johnny Platten.
So centre wing, important game for both clubs. Carlton have had the harder draw so far. Hawthorn unbeaten, but not very impressive so far. Here's Darren Jarman on the left foot around the corner to the half-forward line. Koutafidis on to Bradley. Eventually the hand pass comes over to Sexton. Sexton to the half-forward line. Kernahan, a great mark. Good lead, good mark in front of Chris Langford.
As usual, Langford playing on him, Peter, too. He always gets a job on Steve Kernahan.
Good start to the Blues, good forward move. And Langford desperately tried to get there.
He had the last shot at goal last week and the first shot at goal this week.
Steve Kernahan, a wobbly one into the square. It's thumped the ground. Andy Collins backs up, gives it across to Cooper. Cooper kicks right out wide. Jarman, the race is on. Let's see what Darren Jarman can do, but he's content to let it roll over the line. Another poor kick by Kernahan.
Ordinary kick, yes. I thought he would have made the distance from there. The breeze probably, if anything, favouring that end of the ground, but that just bobbled off the boot again from Steve Kernahan.
I think he tried to kick it out of sight. Madden. Chance for Brown. His kick up towards the forward pocket. Welsh the only chance for the Blues. Touches it away. Madigan caught. Tap forward by Bradley is good. Ground level is Dean. He paddles the ball on. Alvin, a good hand pass. And a chance here for Welsh, who kicks the goal. First goal of the game to Rowan Welsh. The Blues off to a good start.
Yes, Rowan Welsh, a very promising player for the Carlton side. There he is on screen at the moment. Very good in the air. He kicked 80-odd goals in the VFA a couple of seasons ago on the end of that hand pass. It's a good forward set-up. Kernahan playing at full forward. Welsh playing alongside him. Earl Sporting centre-half forward.
Very powerful forward line, the Carlton side. There's Johnson trying to crash through. Oh, over the neck. Umpire lets that one go. He copped it across the head as he was coming through. I think it was Condon. And Peter Carey about to bounce. Now, Madden, the big arms went up. Strong play, Peter Dean. Fraser Brown hooks it back. Kernahan and Langford. Welsh versus Madigan. Welsh gets away from Madigan. Hand pass to Greg Williams. Williams trying to dodge and weave. Pressure put on. There's Bradley on the left foot. Kicking it high. Jinky sets himself. Can't take the mark. A big chance for Tom Elvin. An open goal looms, and it's a goal to the Blues. The Blues on fire early in the piece. 2 goals straight. Hawthorn yet to score.
There's 2 goals in the first 4 minutes to the Carlton side. Of course, it's a must game for the Carlton. Drawing last week, it would have been like a loss playing against Essendon at the MCG. That last shot at goal, a real let-off for the Essendon side. They must win this, otherwise they're 2 points out of a possible of 12 if they lose today.
Madden charges at Deere. Deere a little bit of a touch to it. Bradley thumps the ball out. Whistle's gone. Carlton free, and is going to come back here to Scholl. On his own unmarked is Sexton out at centre wing. Welsh leads to the pocket. Kernahan lurking with Langford near the goal square. All the Carlton forwards pretty well covered. Kernahan, Deere in front, drops it. Bradley crumbs. Shot for goal. is offline and through for a behind. Heaver, ex-Melbourne player.
It's all Carlton so far. An easy mark drop there by Greg Deere. 2-1.
At least, Peter, he's getting back there to his support, because the Hawthorn defender's in for a tough day with the marking power on that Carlton forward line.
Well, there's Greg Deere. At the back is Scholl. And what's the umpire calling? Play on as Ray Jenke picks it up. The Carlton crowd roared. The kick in towards Hudson. Hudson racing back with McKay. Still Hudson. McKay did well to tap it back. Knocked on to Hudson. Great play by Crawford. Hudson in towards goal. Shoots it across the face and kicks it behind. Tremendous play by the young player in Crawford.
Big raps on that boy, Peter, from Assumption College. Picked up at number 13 for Hawthorn in the 91 national draft, and their first pick.
Well, offering an excellent lead. Scholl gets the ball up to Koutafidis. Just breaks the tackle of Platten. Kick up towards half forward. Kernahan charged at it, missed it altogether. Tackled by Spalding. Trouble for Collins. Hawthorn out of trouble, yes. Jenke. He's kicked round the corner. Awkward one for Deere. Good pick up by the tall ruckman. Off to Ben Allen, who's in the middle on Williams. Wanting the centre corridor. He goes to centre half forward. All Carlton there. Mark not taken though. Chance for Hall off the ground. He does well, Tony Hall. Dishes the ball out. McKay for Carlton. Finds the safety of the boundary line. They're in a bit of trouble then. We'll have a throw in about 45 metres from Hawthorn's goal.
Yes, the Hawks just picking up the pace a bit now. They were blitzed in the first couple of minutes by the Blues. Half forward, Madden and Deere. Deere used his body again. Scholl. Johnson's got to play a lot closer to Scholl. To centre wing. Over the back was Deere. It's a loose ball. Gowers. Smothered by Spalding, and over the line it goes. Right on the true centre wing position. Should be a great contest, this one. Greg Deere to do the ruck work against Justin Madden. Madden takes front position. Now, was that a free kick from the back? Umpire said no. Fraser Brown. Further across to Hawthorn. That was Paul Cooper doing it very, very well to Pritchard. Pritchard, the long kick. Hudson at the back. Silvani, but no one staying down for Hawthorn. That's not good forward play, and Hannah's the only man who read it well. Hannah streaking away out of defence. On the left foot, hooks it back towards half forward. Langford at the back, thumped down by Madigan. It's a loose ball with Fraser Brown. Here's Heaver. He gets in a good hand pass. Around the corner goes Hogg, and he has missed. And he probably should have kicked that one, Bernie.
Yes, he got away from Johnny Platten there. He's tagging John Platten, of course. Went down into the forward line. John Platten didn't follow him. And in the end, it was a goal that he probably should have kicked, Pete. I'd agree with that.
13-point lead early to the Blues. A fluky breeze here. Actually, it's pretty hard to work out which way it's going. Mostly across the ground, perhaps. Knocked up the ground by Deere, but it comes straight to Koutafidis. Back inside the 50. Spalding! In front of Gowers. Good mark, 40 metres out.
And not hard enough for the spoil there, Andrew Gowers. He's leading the competition in the marking at this stage of the game. After 2 rounds, Andrew Gowers has 23 marks. He took about 14 of those in round 1 playing at centre half forward. And against a tall player such as Spalding, he really must affect the spoil in much more determined effort than that.
Earl Spalding often misses these set shots. This time he's missed again away to the right.
This could be costly, Bernie.
I watched a lot of the reserves game, Peter, and in the second quarter, Hawthorn missed so many shots to the right side of the goals in that term, with the Breeze just taking the ball away.
A lovely kick in by Langford finds Condon. Now, there's no one moving across half forward for Hawthorn. They're being well covered. Well played as the punch comes to Koutafidis. To half forward, Kernahan 20 metres away from Langford. Langford's gone back to the square, but Kernahan centres it to Bradley, who marks 45 metres from goal. Now, why is Kernahan 40 metres out there and Langford back in the square?
Good question. You must concentrate. You cannot give Steve Kernahan that sort of latitude.
The kicks are 32-14 in favour of Carlton. They've blitzed Hawthorn, but
winning.
lead only 15-1.
They're winning everywhere. Now, here's the short pass. They probably should have belted it long on that occasion. Here's Ben Allen, chips it wide. Condon very, very slow on Bradley here. He's racing at it, his Hogg. Oh, well played, John Platten. Gee, he read that well. Hooks it back.
And Matthew Hogg's been collected too.
Something's gone on behind the play here. Matthew Hogg looks out to it.
He got that hand pass away, Peter. Here we see it again.
Collision.
A very high bump there. The Hawthorn player providing the shepherd.
Well, was it a
launched
free
him?
kick?
He launched himself at him and he took him in the head. I would say it's definitely a free kick. It was unnecessary use of force there, I would say. You don't agree?
I'm just asking you.
Well, he launched himself at him, didn't he? And he hit him in the head with the hip. There it is again.
Some people interpret that as a shirt front.
Well, it was a shirt front, there's no doubt about that. And Matthew Hogg was wide open because he just got that hand pass away.
But still, you've got to protect the man who is wide open, of course.
Well, it wasn't a hip and shoulder, it was a hip to the head, wasn't it?
A hip to the head, yeah. The Hawthorn player absolutely launched himself at Matthew Hogg. That player, of course, Anthony Condon, providing the unnecessary force with the shepherd. And Hogg, who's been a pretty good player early in the match, picking up Johnny Platten. So this is a bad loss for Carlton. It may just open the door a little bit for Hawthorn because Platten had been well held. In fact, he'd gone into the forward line and was giving...
Sorry, did he take his number, Anthony Condon, the umpire?
I'm just not too sure about that.
I didn't see it if he did. Well, can that be termed as tactics? If you are trying to get rid of John Platten's tag, is that good play by Hawthorn? Will that come into it?
It depends on the way you do it, isn't it, Drew? But if it turns out okay in the long run, but it's just a terrible thing to see a player such as Hogg. He's a real goer for Carlton. Of course, he came from Footscray. He was a very determined player there. He's being replaced by Brett Ratton. He's coming on the ground to replace Matthew Hogg.
But Johnny Platten's tag would be a prime target, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Well, I think it would be thought of in the past. I'm sure Alan Joyce wouldn't think that way.
Well, let's hope we see Hogg back on the field later on. Bradley takes the free kick. Not great distance, 35 metres out. And it's going to be a Carlton free. Well, Madden was doing no more than backing into the pack, and Gowers gave away the free kick. What do you think of that, Ben?
Well, I'm surprised, to tell you the truth, Drew. Because Madden definitely had no intention of going for the ball. He was just backing back.
He was virtually shepherding the Hawthorn player off. Didn't go for the ball and gets the free kick.
Frees at the moment are 3-0 in favour of Carlton. They lead 2-3 to 1 behind. Madden kicks there. Third, is it? Yes. Well, a great start here for the Blues. They've had 6 shots to 1.
Yes, Madden now approaching 150 goals for his career, in 147 in fact with that goal. But the ruckman being used in a bit of a different fashion this year. A lot of the ruckman now moving into the forward line to provide an extra option, as we see that shot at goal again from Madden. The players kicking for goal at that end really must aim at that left goal post because the wind is taking it across.
So the Hawks will have to get a move on. The Blues always play well against Hawthorn as Greg Deere tries to get it down to Pritchard. Madden smothered off his boot. Carlton in first for the ball. Dean towards half forward. Langford and Collins collide, but Langford comes away with the ball. A wobbly kick to the half back line, kicked away by Cooper. He didn't attempt to mark, but he puts it over the line at half back. A lot of tagging going on. Elvin is on Jarman. Hawthorn, of course, Ben Allen on Williams. It's a good move. And so it should be an excellent game. Here's Greg Williams, cleverly to Ratton. Ratton a wobbly kick. Gowers waits back. Not good play by Gowers. He waited back, and this is Welsh kicking it to Kernahan. Kernahan back with the well done. As socket off the attempted soccer off the ground was by Bradley. Collins gets it to the half-back line. That was, Greg Deere run straight past the ball. Here's Big Madden. He can't pick it up, and Carlton had 2 opportunities there to kick an easy goal, and they missed it. Well,
Langford did pretty well to get back there and get a fist to that ball. It looked like an easy mark to Steve Kernahan, and then Bradley possibly would have been better to take it in his hands and kick that goal.
Well, kicks are 41-18 in favour of Carlton. Williams gets the hand pass out. Jarman to Allen. Hawthorn under pressure all over the ground. They haven't been forward of about the centre line more than about once. Well done by Brown. Platten here with a new man on him, Ratton. Platten and Ratton, that'll be a bit of fun for the commentators. And a ball up just forward of centre wing.
What, the Ratton?
Yeah. Well, one of the measures of Carlton's dominance is the fact that Dunstall hasn't seen it. The ball hasn't been within 80 metres of him, and his marksman is Silvani. 2 stars, we haven't sighted them. Ratton to centre half forward. Over Welsh it goes. Spalding with strength. Oh no, I think Gow's got him. Free kick to Gow's for the tackle. If you're spun round 360 degrees, you're entitled to lose it.
Well, I didn't think he was ever going to blow the whistle for holding the ball in. As we see Andrew Gowers to the half-forward line. Paul Hudson out in front and drops it. Johnston back to Hudson. Across it comes to Crawford. Now Ben Allen. Now Dunstall versus Silvani. Silvani at the front. Kicked away, and that was by Fraser Brown. Out to Hannah, who always plays particularly well on Hall. Hannah kicks it straight to Cooper, so he should have gone round to the boundary line then, Hannah. He looked up and kicked it straight to Cooper. Cooper into half forward. Tony Hall marks 50 metres from goal. The leader's on. Hudson's on his own. And Hudson will cruise out and take an easy mark. His opponent a mile away.
Well, that turned costly, wasn't it, Peter? Because as you said, Hannah, if he hadn't looked up the field, he would have only seen the Hawthorn jumpers.
So Paul Hudson, he sometimes misses these set shots. An important kick for the Hawks from 35 to 40 metres out directly in front. They need it. Carlton has started with a blitz as Hudson kicks. I think he might have kicked this, judging by the crowd reaction. Yes, a goal. So Paul Hudson kicks Hawthorn's first. He's very vocal. 1-1 to 3-3, but really Carlton should be a lot further in front.
Yes, no doubt about that, Peter. In fact, Hudson's kicked the entire Hawthorn score in this first quarter. That goal taking about 16.5 minutes for Hawthorn to register. So that's how dominant Carlton has been in this first term.
21-7, back in the middle. Deer wins. Platten has a bit of a fumble. It's hacked out of there by Deer. Up towards the 50. Oh, good mark by Crawford.
A brilliant mark, wasn't it?
Can he play?
Going with the flight of the ball. And big raps on this player. There he goes. That is an amazing mark.
He was out of the contest, Bernie.
He was.
Should have been Hawthorns all over. Crawford kicked 5 last week in Sydney. This one from 51 metres, not quite the distance, but at the mark to Hall at the back.
Looked like there might have been a little push out there, was there, Bernie?
Well, let's have a look at it again, Pete. Here it is into the square.
Oh,
I think it may have been just better judgment there from Tony Hall. Of course, he kicked 4 goals in that last quarter against Sydney.
Well, 2 goals in a minute to the Hawks, and they're back in it. All started by Crawford, who won a contest that was less than 50-50 going his way, and he took the mark.
Yes, magnificent effort by the young player. And it just shows there's so much talent on that Hawthorn forward line. Tony Hall playing alongside Jason Dunstall. Hudson in the other pocket. They've got a lot of goal-kicking power, as we see Matthew Hogg doing a bit of a run around the boundary line. That's good to see.
The Blues by 8 points as Greg Deer races back after Jarman. The rebound ball is with Ben Allen. He kicks it to full forward. Dunstall went underneath it. Silvani back with the flight. Oh, he doesn't mess around. He taps it through for a behind. Safety first by Carlton Steve Silvani.
It'll be a good contest, Pete, won't it? Silvani and Dunstall. Oh. Dorotich starting on the bench.
Well, surprisingly, Silvani last year in this same game at Princes Park kicked 8 goals. He's not going to kick 8 from there.
Sexton at half back. Out wide. Cooper comes over the back and thumps it over the line. Good defensive play by Cooper. He's an underrated player, Paul Cooper. Been dogged with injuries for a couple of seasons. Plenty of talent. Centre wing. The Hawks have done well to get back into it because it looked all Carlton early. Now Deer and Madden. Umpire does it well to call play on. That's Condon to half forward and Pritchard. It's with Elvin now. Elvin a quick kick. Cooper back with the flight, but Madden comes from behind and takes a good mark.
Kicked by Madden, up to centre wing. Spalding can't mark. Williams dodges Cooper. The hand pass out in front of Scholl. He gathers on the 50. Just can't break the tackle. Back to Brown. One out contest. Kernahan spoiled by Langford. What duels they've had over the years. Kernahan back in this one. Langford tackles. Did Kernahan have it? The ball over the line. And a bit of push and shove here.
They have missed a couple of free kicks glaringly, haven't they, Bernie?
I thought they missed a bad
Yes.
one here. Spalding pushed in the back by Gowers.
No doubt.
And Steve Kernahan did get the short hand pass away there.
Hawthorn trying to break from the boundary throw-in. Ground level. Scholl, the hand pass to Williams. He loses it. Little one up the ground by Heaver. Collins taken high when he didn't have it. And Collins takes the free kick.
He runs straight at the ball, Bernie, doesn't he?
A fantastic player, in fact, Andrew Collins.
So Andy Collins in the back pocket. He saw that ball and ran right at it. And that's why he got the free kick. There's Paul Deere in front, hooking it down. Ratton did it well. On to Scholl. Scholl tips it into Welsh. And Welsh 2 bites of the cherry and he marks. Now he is a great kick.
Not favoured by the Breezelaw here, Peter, in that pocket.
It's the one Carlton player you would back in there from there, Bernie. Is a great kick. Rowan Welsh, but he's chipping it in short. He's looking for Dean, and Dean marks in front of Jenky. So good play by Welsh. He probably knew, as Bernie Quinlan said, a doubt with the distance into the breeze. So Peter Dean, better known as a backman. Still a difficult shot from there. Peter Dean kicks across the face, and in fact it rolls over the line, touched, so it'll be a throw-in right next to the behind post.
Blues leading by 7 points after blitzing Hawthorn in the opening 5 or 7 minutes. Kernahan and Langford, the two skippers on each other today. Gowers out of defence for Hawthorn. On the bounce to Alvin. Thumps it back to full forward. Welsh well placed. And from behind, that was Welsh. Comes to Brown, was it? Offline with his kick out of bounds on the full. Fraser Brown.
Not making the most of the opportunities into that forward line, Carlton. It's fairly crowded though, Peter, isn't it? A lot of the Carlton Hawthorn defenders and on-ball players getting back there to help out.
That kick was very high on Platten. The free kick, well, it didn't look all that much in that either. But a free kick, the little rover, I thought he was just underneath the ball. Johnny Platten. But he'll work his heart out today. I'll certainly appreciate him back in the side. He didn't play against the Swans in Sydney. Now here's Paul Deere thumping at the ground. Jarman, he'll show his class here. Quick hands, or almost a free kick to Ben Allen. He's got it though. Centre of the ground, he'll look for Dunstall. There he is. Oh, good mark. Side on mark like a soccer goalkeeper. And how often do we see that? And
a brilliant pass, wasn't it, too, coming from Ben Allen. Best and fairest in 1991, Ben Allen, and Jason Dunstall approaching 800 goals. 796 before the start of today's match.
The Hawthorn champion full forward, a chance to make the margin 1 point. You wouldn't have believed that in the first 3 minutes of the game. So Jason Dunstall kicks. It's floating back. It is very close. This could be a goal. It is. So the Hawks are back in business. They trail by a point.
Well, as I said, Peter, earlier, they've got so much ability on that forward line. If they can start winning the ball around midfield, as Ben Allen did on that occasion, got it down there very quickly. They've got the skills on that forward line, especially with Dunstall, Hudson, Tony Hall, all players capable of kicking a bag of goals.
Back in the middle with 1 point the difference now. Williams missed with the attempted punch on. Comes to Johnson. He's passed to Dunstall. No mark. Silvani hooks the ball out, and Silvani was held when not in possession, and he'll take the free.
You don't like that decision, Peter?
I reckon it was almost a free kick to Dunstall on that occasion, Bernie.
Stephen Silvani played only 12 games last year. Let's hope for an injury-free season this time. Alvin at half-back flank, up to centre wing, Sexton. Kick by Sexton towards centre half forward. Williams the only chance. Condon got a finger to it. Allen goes back to Collins. Short pass across the ground. Crawford. Well, the Hawks are showing confidence in him, and he's showing confidence. Young man in his third game, Shane Crawford. Up over centre wing. No mark to Condon. Might have taken a free. Comes to Koutafidis, who then kicks out of bounds on the full.
Andy Collins right out of centre wing. As he brings it in towards half forward, the pack sets himself. Welsh as the fly. Oh, great mark from Hall. Is he good overhead? And he's had some poor days against Carlton on many occasions. There's Dunstall in front. Mark! Great mark! He held his ground. One hand went up. Second bite of the cherry in front of Silvani.
What a champion, this player. What a champion, Peter. 797 goals now. Just worked his way to the front. I think Silvani may have been put off by his fellow defender coming across there.
Well, I thought Carlton was poor play by Carlton before too, and 3 or 4 big men flew for that mark in that pack. So Jason Dunstall a chance to kick his second from 30 metres, 45-degree angle. There's the kick. He stabs. And let's look at the crowd. I think he might have missed by the crowd reaction. He has. So a bad miss from right in front. So scores are level.
Well, that was a bad miss. Fancy the scores being level. And actually, Dunstall should have kicked it and Hawthorn should be in front. Stephen Silvani played at the other end last year. Goes straight up the middle. 70-metre kick. Madden punches on for Spalding with Gowers. Spalding held out of it. Will take the free. Gowers held out. Kick by Gowers up towards centre half forward. Uncontested Ratton. Coming up from the pocket where he's on Platten. Hand pass to Bradley was fumbled. Ratton recovers. The kick a little bit too high. Comes to Hudson. Hawthorn right back in this now, but Bradley marks. Unmarked is Aythorn at centre half back. Had time to steady. Didn't kick with great conviction. High floater out towards centre wing. Spalding to Scholl. Good evasive skills by Scholl. He settles. Centering kick. All Hawthorn. Crawford couldn't take the mark. It's paddled back to Brown just outside the 50. Further afield. Madden at bootlace level. High ball. In front is Jenke and takes the mark.
Yeah, safe player, Jenke. He brings it out wide. Look at Langford. He's right way out on centre wing. Langford versus Aythorn. Still going Langford. Great play by the fullback. He's got it. Oh, tremendous play, Chris Langford. Look at that. Oh, magnificent football by the captain. Fantastic play. And every Hawthorn player racing down to Langford as he hits Dunstall on the chest.
Well, good to see that sort of play. We saw a bit of that from Zanotti in the game here on Saturday, and great to see Matthew Hogg back on the ground. Heaver's been replaced by Matthew Hogg, so he's okay.
And that is an embarrassment to Kernahan. It didn't come with him.
Well, he took on Aythorn for pace, Langford, and some people have claimed he's lost pace. Well, the Hawthorn players dispute that. Now here's Dunstall from 30 metres, kicks, and I think he might have hooked this. It's another bad miss. So really, they've let Carlton off the hook, the Hawks.
You can see the Breeze take that one away, Peter. He aimed directly at the middle of the goal. At that end of the ground, you must aim at the right goal post.
Silvani went straight up the middle last time. This time comes out to the left to half-back flank, Koutafidis. Short pass over centre wing, Spalding offering plenty from half forward. Kernahan now, one out with Langford. Langford won the last battle. Kernahan a chance this time, near the boundary line, and kicks out of bounds on the full. He'll get a free.
No, it's going to Langford, Drew.
All right, free kick out by Kernahan.
It was almost a push in the back too as he kicked, wasn't it? It's a fine line, that one. There's Madden, the big fly, taken by Ben Allen, who's doing pretty well. Onto the youngster, Crawford. Crawford back up support from Cooper. Cooper put the head down and burrowed in and went for it. Up towards centre wing. There's little Johnny Platten. He's bumped off it by Ratton, and Ratton takes it over the line. So it's almost on centre wing. Good comeback by the Hawks. 2 minutes to go to quarter time, and Hawthorn leads by a point.
Well, whether it was Hogg or Ratton, Platten has had just 2 possessions in the first quarter. Madden over the top, goes to Brown, behind centre wing, short pass is good to Scholl, who had to wait for, Sexton, had to wait for it, took a good mark. Very high ball. They're with the Breeze. Kernahan, punch by Langford is good. Great trap by Cooper. His kick towards the outer side, a race on now. Hudson a chance with McKay. Jarman has also been pretty quiet. Darren Jarman. Centre wing, turning one way then the other. His left footer up towards the 50. Bradley almost with one hand. Hudson. McKay comes back at him, takes it off him. The ball goes out of play and we'll have a throw in.
Well, it's at half forward for the Hawthorn. They certainly have picked up their game. Amazing how quickly this game can change. Here's Condon against Kutafides. Too unlikely ruckman. Johnston crashes his way through the pack. He's looking for Dunstall. It clears he and Silvani. Silvani first back there and heads straight for the boundary line. It'll probably roll over, or will it sit? No, it'll roll over. Half forward for the Hawks.
Good defensive work by Steve Silvani. He also followed it up there too, Peter.
Yeah,
So it may have been a chance that Crawford could have got there first, but Silvani just backing up beautifully there.
30 seconds remaining to quarter time. Nothing in this game. Hawthorn leading by a point. Condon thumps it towards the goal square. Dunstall in the chop. It's knocked out. Platten, roving, and goals. Well, you no sooner say that Platten hasn't seen much of it, and he gets his third kick and his first goal, and the Hawks unbelievably lead by 7 points.
And as you'd say, Peter, never write this side off.
Dunstall's hurt. Now this could be very, very bad for Hawthorn. Dunstall is hurt, being attended by trainers.
Looks like an ankle. So you see Platten finish that off. An excellent Rovers goal there in the forward pocket by Johnny Platten. He appears to be in a fair amount of trouble there too, Peter. Jason Dunstall. Maybe the right ankle.
Wondering whether he's been carrying an injury. Now there's the tap taken by Scholl. Oh, he took them on and he's caught high. Brett Scholl. There's the siren. Great comeback by the Hawks. They were blitzed early, but at quarter time they lead the Blues 4-4 to 3-3. The start of the second term here at Princes Park. Hawthorn by 7 points. Madden versus Deere. They hit out and won by Madden. Players race at the ball. Fraser Brown, a quick hand pass to the half-forward line. Paced by Bradley. Well played, Craig Bradley. Hand pass over the top. Kernahan hooks it back towards goal, and he has kicked a behind. We saw a magnificent individual effort towards the end of the first term by Kernahan's opponent, Langford. It's, well, almost set up a goal, but Dunstall missed the sitter. But it was great play as he hit Dunstall on the chest, and here he is, captain for Hawthorn for today, with Gary Ayres out. Chris Langford, no doubt, straight down the middle, and he does just that. Look at that, clears, well, almost got to the centre circle. Oh, Platten charged him after it, brings it forward to the half-forward line. Oh, little Crawford, he is class, written all over him as he gets it to Platten. Platten straight up in the air. Oh, is that a push in the back? Umpire said no, it looked like a bit of a push out. Hawthorn break clear. Here he is again, Crawford, in towards Hudson. And Hudson has marked, and this young kid, Crawford, he is a very, very good player.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, Peter. Crawford, he's had 3 kicks, but one that mark he took towards the end of that first quarter. A terrific gutsy mark, wasn't it, going back with the flight of the ball.
Well, Paul Hudson's had a good year. He is going for goal number 2. The Breeze will put his side on, coming from left to right. He'll have to kick out to the left. There's the kick. Oh, it's a shocker.
They're not allowing for it, Peter. In the seconds, the same thing. Players must realise, with the Breeze the way it is today in Northerly, they must aim at the left-hand goalpost.
7-point lead to the Hawks after Carlton kicked the first 3 goals. Gee, that was a congested mess in the middle at centre-half back. And the umpire's seen something way off the ball. Free kick to Hawthorn against Jarman.
Yes, well, the umpire missed the first one, Drew. That's the unfortunate part about that one.
Ratton still in the back pocket. Short pass to Brown, still behind half back.
Good effort by Fraser Brown. He was under a fair bit of pressure there from Andrew Collins.
So Hawthorn really manned up well then for the kick-in. Spalding can't mark. Pritchard caught by Williams. Grabbed by Jarman, who walks around them. Thumps it to full forward. Silvani in front takes the mark.
Dunstall definitely hampered by that injury he received towards the end of that first quarter.
Short pass by Silvani, a half volley to Ratton. Comes out the back. Oh, Platten was just about to grab it, and Ratton got it off him. Well done, Brett Ratton. High ball to centre half forward. Thump from behind comes from Madigan. Spalding for Carlton. Williams took it away from him. The hand pass was too slick for Dean. Sometimes Williams plays the game at a better pace than the others. Dean's kick inside half forward. Bradley marks.
There's good body work there on Jenky. Quite out of position, wasn't he, Peter? He was at a disadvantage being in front. The player behind there, Bradley, just needs to give that little nudge to put the player in front. Jenky off balance.
Craig Bradley looking for some protection from the Heatley stand and the Carlton Social Club. Hawthorn proved you could kick goals into the breeze in the first quarter. Bradley, 45 metres out. The kick is perfect. Margin back to a point.
There's a good kick for goal there from Craig Bradley. Excellent work from Greg Williams. He's been fairly quiet though, Greg Williams, in the middle. He hasn't had a kick. 5 hand passes. And there's a kick coming from Peter Dean. Just a little nudge out on Jenky. There's not much a defender can do trying to back to take that mark.
So point the margin. Hawthorn leads. Here's Jenky. Quick hand pass to Jarman. Jarman sprints clear. He brings it into Dunstall and Hall. Dunstall, can he get there? No, he can't. But Jarman showing a bit of class there.
Probably the lead a little bit too wide there, Peter, also. We saw that yesterday
down the middle, Bernie.
in Brisbane, didn't we? A lot of the leads going far too wide.
Half forward for the Hawks. Paul Deere pushing, shoving. Lacks height. He's certainly pretty strong. Here's Kutafides on the left foot. Kicks wide and the ball bounces and it will be a throw-in.
Well, Madden, so far he hasn't had to deal with Stephen Lawrence, who's on the bench for the Hawks. Paul Deere. Madden has the height advantage. It comes to Williams. Once again he goes by hand to Brown, close to the boundary line. Just keeps it in. Bounces the kick up to centre wing. Gowers fumbles the ball out of bounds. Not without taking a bit of a bruise on the way. Andy Gowers has played at both ends of the ground in the opening 3 games of this season. Now it's Greg Deere against Madden and Jenky over the top. Help further afield. Bradley first back there for Carlton. His hand pass didn't have the distance. Crawford in there with a chance. Sexton, grabbed by Crawford. Well played, the kid. Beautiful football. Puts it out in the open to centre half forward. Hudson. Pressure from McKay, the runner-up in the Magarey medal last year. Scholl, good hand pass. McKay on the overlap. Andrew McKay. Short pass in. Jenky misses it. Off the ground, Dean. Just offline. And that levels the scores.
Darren Jarman did not do enough hard work to help out Hudson then, Bernie, with that half-forward line.
Yes, well, he must realise he's a class player and he's very dangerous when he gets the ball, Peter, but it's also the work you do when you haven't got the ball.
Well, Hudson had done the hard work. He got in front and pushed the ball sideways, and just Jarman didn't put enough pressure on his opponent, McKay, as we see. Langford, another beautiful kick. Right down the centre wing. It'll clear the pack. Spalding did it well. Fraser Brown out wide. Johnston after him. Gets in a hand pass. Kutafides will try and get on the right foot. He does. It's a wobbly one. A free kick. A free kick holding the man. No doubt in the world to Bradley right in front of goal.
Well, Andrew Collins making a point to the umpire, but I don't think there was much doubt about that. He had hold of Bradley's Guernsey. And the umpire right on the spot, only 15 metres away. So Bradley, who kicked the goal just a few moments ago from a worse angle than this.
Craig Bradley, he's a pretty good kick for goal from 40 metres. He kicks, or it's floating to the left. I think he might have missed this. I think he has, yes. And you only have to look at that Carlton crowd behind the goals, Bernie. You don't even need to look at the goal umpire.
They go very quiet, don't they, Peter? As you would expect.
Langford acting skipper today with Ayres missing. Gowers at half back. Kick over centre wing. Good distance with the breeze with that one. Ratton leads Platten to it, but lost control of it. Grabbed by Condon. Centering kick. Good mark taken by Hall. He plays on with an open goal. Has time to go back for it. And still kicks it. 2 goals to Tony Hall.
Well, Paul Manning up by the Carlton defence there. A lot of attention being paid, of course, to Jason Dunstall, as you would expect, as we see this in replay. There's Tony Hall just chipping over, taking the mark. Mill Hanna, who's Tony Hall's direct opponent, just gave it away then, didn't look, let him go.
So we're back in the centre, 5 points in favour of the Hawks. And there's little, well, he is a very, very good player. Crawford again to Condon, now Johnston, the leader's on. Great lead, Dunstall, tremendous lead, what a spectacular mark. Tremendous play by Johnston too on the left foot.
Oh, great pass, wasn't it? Great pass, set it up beautifully for Dunstall, sorry. And there it is, a very athletic mark from Dunstall. Out to the side again.
That's soccer
using his
goalkeeper.
body. He uses his body well to keep the defender out of the contest.
Well, if he's injured, he might only kick 7 or 8.
Well, Jason Dunstall has kicked 1. And he kicks his second. The Hawks lead by 11 points. And Johnston, after that pass coming off the ground, and Morrissey on.
Yes, well, that move had been planned before that, so I don't think it was anything to do with that pass, of course, Peter, because that was spot on, as we see that again. Johnston on the left foot there, the former Lee and Gather boy. And there's that excellent mark. Jason Dunstall, Silvani right on his hammer, but just couldn't do anything about it.
Early stages of the second quarter, and the Hawks with a bit of a break again. Hawthorn out of the middle. Gowers charged straight at the ball. Allen. Thumping kick by Allen. Hudson a chance, Dunstall a chance. Silvani skirts around Hudson. Goes for the boundary line. Might get some support here from Scholl.
Oh.
Good running by Scholl, but he took his eyes off it and dropped the mark.
Well, he dropped a sitter, Drew. You cannot understand that, Peter, how they can drop simple chest marks like that.
Not on your own. He really wasn't under much pressure, was he?
None whatsoever.
Hawks by 11 points. Deere with a backhander. First back there is McKay. And the recruit who came from Glenelg, 23-year-old, he's 23 on Wednesday, runner-up in the McGarry last year to Nathan Buckley.
Madden and Port Deere. Oh dear, free kick. In fact, that could be 50, is it?
What?
Because the free kick was given. Now, with his eyes on the ball, that's the question. I think it was a free kick.
Well, there's no doubt about the free kick,
Yeah.
but there's no reason for the 50, I don't think, Pete.
Well, he punched it away, I'm saying, after the free kick. Sometimes they pay that as 50, Bernie. I've seen worse than that paid, I can assure you. Madden and Deere. Jenke, he'll try and weave through the pack, Jenke. Well played, Crawford again. On to Morrissey. Now Cooper. Cooper into Dunstall. Now let's see the use of the body here. It'll hit the deck. A chance here for Paul Deere. Chips it across. And running back is Hanna, and he takes a safe mark. Loose players for Carlton now. It's chipped across. Oh, look at this. I read it well, Jarman. He saw the short pass on to Sexton. Jarman got back into the hole and took the mark. But dangerous play, wasn't it, Bernie?
Hannah's having a shocking day for Carlton. There was just no rhyme or reason for that pass. The Hawthorn player was always there, Peter. It has to be safety first, surely, on the back line.
He couldn't believe his luck, Darren Jarman. So he hasn't kicked the goal. He's directly in front. Now there's the kick as he stabs it. It's close. It's a goal. The Hawks taking over this game at the moment. The Blues will have to really get a move on. 7-5 to 4-6.
Darren Jarman's first goal, playing his 50th game today for the Hawthorn side. And there's Hanna. He got back very well, used his pace well to get back there and take that mark. But his choice of options today has been very poor, Peter, from the back line.
Well,
very poor.
If Sexton was 40 metres away, he should have kicked it 55 and put it out in front of him.
Exactly.
Oh, the other Deer goes up early this time on Madden. No free kick this time. Cooper out of a tight spot. Almost a clever mark, Sexton. Alvin, they're under pressure now, Carlton. Hand pass comes back to McKay, up towards centre wing. Running onto it, Koutafidis. Good scoop. Now wide open for Greg Williams. He approaches the 50. Allen closed the gap well. Williams on the left, now on the right, on the 50. He centres. Off hands to Hogg, but it's a Hawthorn free kick to Pritchard.
The emergency umpire going out to have a word to Andrew Collins, who's picking up Craig Bradley.
Jenke towards the outer side. That's kicking out in front of your teammate. Made it easy for Madigan.
Yes, Madigan's got plenty of pace, Madigan, as he brings it in towards Hawthorn. Hall and Hannah. Hall in front. It's a loose ball again. It's Tommy Alvin reading it well off the pack. He looks for Fraser Brown. The pressure's on him. It's thumped down towards Collins. Going on with it was Cooper. Oh, a gutsy play by Cooper. And they're on their game now, the Hawks. Bernie?
Yes, Pete, there's no doubt about that. The first 15 minutes, all Carlton. I wondered where Hawthorn were. They just they weren't sighted in that first 15 minutes of play, but since then they've been outstanding.
Madden tries to take it out of the ruck. About a 2-metre kick. Koutafidis. Welsh, Kernahan in there fighting hard for it.
Again, it's Collins and Bradley involved in an altercation behind the play. Collins, in fact, has lost his Guernsey. Now putting it back on.
Madden. But the hand pass comes to Cooper from Condon. He's kicked to centre half forward. McKay in front. Can't mark. Jarman sandwiched in a tackle, holding it.
Yes, I thought for a minute he was going to do one of those magical walks, but he was collared by 2 Carlton players. Tommy Alvin, we ran very close to Jarman. Jenke out wide versus Dean. This will be a good contest. Jenke gets him, gets a handball in Dean. Good play, Peter Dean. 50 metres from goal. Madigan back with Welsh. Madigan, good pressure, Madigan. Good play, because it's allowed Greg Deere to come over the back. Greg Deere swoops away on the left foot and kicks long. He's looking for Condon. Condon back with the flight of the ball, trying to tap it on. He does so. Paul Deere races hard at the ball. Good play. On to Cooper. Cooper brings it in the half forward. Scholler's there. Was he held? Umpire says no. And now a free kick, and I think the first one was there anyway to Scholl.
Spalding off for Carlton and Dorotich on.
Kick up towards Madden. Madden goes to ground so Deere can take clean possession. Greg Deere sweeps the hand pass up. Condon to the 50. Athletic by Jarman, but no mark. Comes back to him. Beautiful hand pass to Hudson. Goal or pass? He goes the pass, but it's astray, and Hannah takes the mark.
That's bad play. They really had it all their own way then, Hawthorn, and they messed it up. Dunstall chasing Silvani. Silvani back with the flight. He's got 2 Hawthorn players to beat. Good play, Steve Silvani. It's still in play, in fact. Tremendous play, Silvani. He's caught. No, he's not. He breaks the tackle. Gets in the hand pass. Here's Kernahan and eventually forced over the line. Well, this is fantastic stuff. We saw Langford in the first quarter. Now we've seen Silvani racing up to the wing.
Well, a couple of real marathon runs by the fullbacks. Williams got it well that time to Scholl. No great distance with a kick. Kernahan punches on. It comes back to him. Off to Brett Ratton. His left footer, very disappointing. Welsh! He'll claim a pass, but I think he was going for goal.
Yeah, not much doubt about that, Drew. It wasn't a good kick off the boot there from Brett Ratton. But this player, very impressive, Rowan Welsh, when he has the opportunity. He's a very big boy, solid. 84 goals he kicked in the VFA for Dandenong.
Carlton haven't kicked a goal in this quarter. Now they have. Welsh has kicked 2, and the margin is back to 11 points.
Yes, well, he's an excellent player, playing his 17th game. He's now kicked 36 goals, so averaging over 2 goals a game, Rowan Welsh. And quite surprisingly, he went down to number 33 in the March draft, 92 March draft, before he was picked up.
So 11 points the margin. Greg Deere and Madden having a good battle. Knocked on by Hawthorn towards the half forward line. It's a loose ball taken away by Condon. Condon gets it across to Cooper. On to Pritchard. Pritchard long. Hudson and Dunstall. Hudson, 2 bites. Here's Hall. Tony Hall, he's got it. Gets in a hand pass. Caught is Dunstall. Still going on with it, Dunstall. Tries to knock it on. That's Alvin with a quick kick. Out there is Condon. Condon can give a hand pass back to Cooper, who's playing very, very well, and he finds Jarman. Danger here for Carlton. Jarman, well, he chips it into the pocket. He's looking there for Hudson, and he's found him. Jarman was cool, calm and collected then. A difficult kick, Bernie.
Well, very tough because the breeze factor. As we saw, Welsh from about the 50-metre line opted to pass it off, but Hudson a little bit closer. Will be kicking from about 44, 45 metres. So some sort of chance, I suppose, Peter.
Paul Hudson's kick 1. Very difficult kick. Now there it is. It's a high one. It's coming back. I think he might have missed. Yes. Good attempt. But you can see that breeze holding it up. 2 goals the margin. 2 straight kicks.
Just under 10 minutes to go to half-time. 12 points the difference. Good kick by Silvani, finds Sexton. Dean leading at centre wing. Sexton's kick in that direction. Dean and Jenke a bit of jostling. Free kick to Dean. Dorotic camped in the goal square. He's the new opponent for Langford. Here's Bradley into Ratton, running from half-back Sexton, through the middle. He goes straight up the middle. Dorotic goes to ground. The punch from behind comes to Williams. He can't gather it. Pritchard can. High ball to centre wing. Chance for Collins. Well, comes to Bradley. His hand passes like lightning to Dean. Wide open now for the Blues. Dean on the run. Nearly tripped up by Jenke. Was that a trip? The Blues fans thought so.
Definite trip.
Comes back to Jenke.
Well, he ran about 35 metres with the ball in the first place.
He did bounce it, Peter.
Now, here's McKay. That was well played. McKay in towards half forward. Greg Deere and Madden. Deere got it down well. Ben Allen doing pretty well on Williams. Gets it back to Deere. Deere wanting to go over the top with a hand pass to Cooper, who's had a great quarter, Paul Cooper. Cooper in towards half forward. Tony Hall comes from the side. It's a loose ball with Hannah. That Carlton defence doing well now. Hannah, a wobbly kick, finds Williams. Williams trying to bring it in towards full forward. Here's a big chance for the Blues. Dorotic, no mark. Well, he's still got it though, Dorotic. Out it comes to Langford though. The Hawks get out of trouble as Langford. Oh, look at this. Tony Hall, no one near him for 30 metres. Brings it into Jarman. Jarman grabs it with a great grip. This is Jarman. He's 60 metres from goal. He should be kicking it quickly. He chips it into Dunstall. Can he get there? Does Dunstall? No. Chippy across the front is Sexton.
Sexton up to centre wing. Brown charged at it and got straight underneath the ball, and Jarman got back there. That's great play by Jarman, playing the role of 2 men. Crawford's hand pass. In it goes. Down goes Cooper. In the back. Free kick to Cooper.
And Madden off for Carlton. Hoover back on. So maybe Silvani to do the ruck work. Yes, he's lurking around the middle of the ground now, Steve Silvani.
Well, change in
I'm
balance.
sorry, Steve Kernahan.
Yes, Kernahan's in the middle of the ground. Dorotic down at full forward. And here's Morrissey. Lead by Hudson. Out towards the pocket. It's the defensive pocket
Free
out
kick.
there. We'll take a free. Free kicks are 12-9 in favour of Carlton. Short pass in, Deere, but it's got to go back.
Well, that's where the interchange is very important, Drew, isn't it? Because Madden's been taken from the ground. Hoover's replaced him. And now Greg Deere's gone down into that forward line, being picked up by Hoover. As Paul Deere comes off the ground, Lawrence coming on.
So Hawthorn getting bigger as Carlton gets smaller. The kick by Hudson again away to the right, and he's kicked 1-4. 3 behinds in this quarter.
They look a class side, though, don't they, Peter? Hawthorn?
Well, they've really picked up the first 6 minutes.
You can never write them off, can you, Pete?
They're a great side. Don't worry about this side. Everyone else writes them off, Bernie, as the kick comes to the
Pete
half-back
not only
line.
doesn't write them off, he calls the free kicks from Bernie.
Now that's holding the ball. He made no attempt. Thank you, Drew, for that comment.
Well, it was a poor kick out, wasn't it, from
It was.
Silvani?
Well, here's Hudson getting millions of kicks on that half-forward line, but not kicking goals. Now he brings it in towards Hall and Hannah and Dunstall. Dunstall at the back, but it's thumped through for a behind by Hannah. Safety first.
Well, finally, because Milhana's been very chancy across the back line and the half-back line.
14 points the difference. 6.5 minutes to half-time. Silvani, pretty good distance into the breeze. Very good distance. Off Kernahan to Williams. He's buried. Hawthorn players say he's doing nothing to get it out. Brown does get it out. Nobody can get it out. Carey wins. Greg Williams has something to say to the umpire. That's no way to win another Brownlow.
Here's Peter Dean out of that pack. A bounce. This could go anywhere, this bounce. It's grabbed by Dorotich. He's caught. Gets it to Williams. Smothered by Langford was good play. Jenky hooks it out, but it's all Carlton. Racing after it is Dean on Langford. Good play, Chris Langford. He's setting a good example, but Fraser Brown was there to tap to the line. But Langford's pace again showing out there.
Yeah, no worries about his pace. Peter, he's really taking on that captaincy role. He's lifted today. A real presence in that Hawthorn backline.
Well, he's bounced back from what was a real horror season for him last year. Koutafidis. There's Langford again in there applying the tackle. Williams didn't try to take clean possession. Got a fingernail to it that time, though. Crawford. By geez, a beauty. Kicked by Crawford to the centre of the ground. Jarman. Alvin went to ground. Jarman goes on with it, but is caught from behind by Scholl. Kernahan back in the defensive half now. Grabbed by Sexton. Wide open for Hawthorn. Deer, little pass. And Lawrence comes into the play. Barely went 10 metres, that pass. Kicked by Lawrence. 14-point lead to the Hawks. Hall very high. Punch by Hannah. McKay clears the 50. Gets around Jarman easily. Two South Australians. Kicked by McKay to Dorotich at centre wing.
He's off to a trip. A trip on Dorotich.
Well, it held up the play anyway, so good play there by Hawthorn.
No doubt about the free. Now the short one is on in towards half forward and Greg Williams marks. Danger for Hawthorn here. Every time Williams gets it, now Bradley's leading. The kick in towards half forward. Madigan gets in the slot. It's a loose ball. Jenky, no, it's not Jenky. It's Pritchard going without it. Little Crawford's in there after it. Pritchard again gets in a hand pass. It'll be a bounce at half forward for the Blues. We've got just over 4 minutes to half time.
Great game, Pete, isn't it? Both sides giving their...
It's an important game, isn't it, Bernie?
Oh, very important for Carlton, especially without a win against their name.
Carlton just one draw out of 2 games. Bradley goes back. Brown balks the kick. Standing start from 50. Won't make it. Jostling might make it. Oh, it's whipped away by Langford. He had 1 centimetre to spare. What a game the acting skipper is playing. Chris Langford. Great stuff. And getting the raps of his teammates. He is standing very tall in the last line.
Yeah, great game, Langford. Deer versus Koutafidis. It's Greg Deer. Koutafidis won that one. Pritchard working hard down there. Koutafidis again. This is Bradley. Bradley breaking clear. He goes outside to Greg Williams. Williams in towards full forward. Langford at the back. Fist it to the line. Great play again by the fullback.
He's been excellent, hasn't he? Chris Langford playing game number 220 today for the Hawthorn. 31 goals and 4 premierships.
Well, he gave Kernahan a run around. Now doing the same to Dorotich. Gow is out of defence. Too far out. On the full. Huge crowd here on this Easter Monday in summery conditions. Temperature mid-20s. Look at them in their singlets and their shirt sleeves over there. A great scene here at Princes Park. Koutafidis, short pass. Bounces to Dorotich. How did he get that space on the forward line? The hand pass out wide. Heaver. That man again. Chris Langford and a pinpoint pass.
Yes, this is Pritchard. He's got backup support from Condon. Condon to the half-forward line looking for Lawrence. Lawrence dives, can't get there. But Carlton have done most of the attacking in the last 5 minutes, Bernie, but they're not putting him through the sticks. Hawthorn's defence holding up.
Well, Chris Langford's been magnificent, hasn't he? What a quarter by him.
Certainly not out of the woods yet, Hawthorn. They only lead by 14 points. The next goal, vitally important for both sides. I don't think Carlton want to go in 20 points down at half-time. There's Lawrence going for the big fist. Williams tries to get through the pack. The ball goes to ground. Here's Hawthorn getting clear. Ben Allen soccers off the ground but has put it out on the full. So it'll be a Carlton kick and we've got just over 2 minutes to the half-time siren.
In this quarter, Hawthorn 3 goals 4, Carlton 1-3. Kernahan at half-back flank. He opened up at full forward. Dorotich can't take the mark. Off the ground goes Bradley. It's all Hawthorn. Even Georgie Stone, the runner, had a chance of getting a kick. Grabbed by Morrissey. He breaks from half-back. Straight to centre half forward. Hudson got underneath it. It comes to Hannah. Kick by Hannah to Williams at centre wing. Oh, should have gobbled the mark. Morrissey sockers away from him. Greg Williams, you wouldn't see that in a month of Easter Mondays. Up to Scholl. Now Greg Williams, another chance. 1.5 minutes to go. On the bounce, not a great kick, not a good hand pass by Bradley. Down under pressure, and it's a free kick to Brown.
Did he take that ball or not, Bernie?
Well, I thought he had possession of it, Peter, but of course we had our back to, or Brown had his back to us, so very difficult to tell.
In the direction of Dorotich, who marks right in front, 40 metres out. Well, you should be in the outer with a brown and gold beanie on. I'm not kidding.
Drew, he took the ball, was dragged with the ball, and the umpire played holding the man.
Let's have a look at it again.
Let's say now he takes the ball, caught, drops it. Now don't tell me that he's holding them.
Well, the tackle seemed to slip a bit high too from Jenke. It's a very difficult angle to tell, Peter.
Important shot for goal for John Dorotich. Kicks well through it, but he's away to the left.
Oh, that's a bad miss. One behind to Dorotich. And he started the game on the interchange bench. Steve Silvani preferred at full back today on Jason Dunstall.
13 points the margin. Half a minute to half time as we see Langford to the centre of the ground. Gowers sets himself and marks. Now the last thing Carlton would want is a goal here. Breaking clear is Ray Jenke. In towards half forward, Hall, no mark, backup support, Allen, inside to Hudson, it'll sit for Hudson, he can race into an open goal, Paul Hudson races in, oh don't tell me he's missed it, no he's goal. Paul Hudson kicks his second, that's just what Carlton did not want, 4 seconds to go to half time.
It's bad miss, John Dorotich at the other end of the ground. Hudson's now kicked 2 goals, 4, he's been very dangerous. Been picked up by the former Adelaide player Andrew McKay, or former South Australian player, and Hudson's had plenty of the ball in this second quarter. Jenke able to break out of half-back far too easily there.
Well, instead of being a goal at one end, it was a goal at the other end, and the siren sounds at half-time. Hawthorn with a 19-point lead after Carlton kicked the first 3 goals of the game. It's the Hawks 8-8-56, Carlton 5-7. 56, Carlton 5-7, 37. Start of the second half here at Princes Park. The Hawthorn leading by 19 points. Madden wins the first hit out. Almost comes back to him. But Condon gets a good hand pass to Crawford, who weaves through them. Delivers a pass off the side of the boot. Ratton punches from Platten. It goes to Hudson, who beats a man and kicks another behind. 2 goals, 5 to Paul Hudson.
And also a change of opponent. McKay on the bench. And Peter Dean now picking up Paul Hudson.
The kick in from fullback Silvani. He's looking down there for Sexton. Sexton hotly pressed by Lawrence. Now the ball will stay in play here. Cooper might try and force it out. Good use of the body, Cooper. Then tried to hook it back in. Still going, Cooper. Good play, but he's lost it. This is Fraser Brown on the left foot. In towards half forward. God, easy mark dropped. Allows Collins to come in with the ball. Still got it, Collins. The mark was dropped down there by the half forward Heaver. Good mark though on centre wing, taken by Millen Hannah.
Hannah towards the centre of the ground. Unmarked his shoulder, but the kick clears him. Had a poor effort at that. Jenke nudged off it. Scholl comes back in for it. Williams has got it. Whistle's gone. It's going to be a Carlton free kick. Williams wanted advantage. It was coming back to Scholl. Too far out to score. The breeze, if anything, might be in his face now. It's all over the place. Kernahan, who's back on Langford.
Well, it's about the first opportunity that Steve Kernahan has had to get that just a couple of metre break that is all very important. The half-back's not getting back to fill up the gap there.
This breeze is ripping across him left to right. If he aims at the left goalpost, he's a chance. Too far left. And they just can't size up the goals. Carlton 5 goals, 9.
Steve Kernahan only 2 behinds. A great second quarter by Chris Langford.
Fluky sort of a breeze, making kicking for goal pretty difficult. As we see, Langford's been kicking in magnificently today. Many of his kicks reaching well into the centre square. Now he's going the long one again, and it's a low trajectory one to punch towards Greg Williams. Ben Allen comes at him. Williams has the ball smothered. Here's Jenke. Oh, he went without it. Jenke on Williams. Still going Jenke, but he loses it. Over it comes to Madden. Madden, oh, too high, was it?
Well, you won't see that too often. Collins got Madden too high.
He had to jump to do it, Drew. So it was a poor tackle, really, from Andy Collins.
Well, I think he probably felt the ball was up at that height as he received it. And
there it is. He jumped off the ground. And the tackle really needed to be applied towards the hips there. He was in a perfect position, wasn't he, to apply that tackle?
Yep. Now, Madden, a very important kick for Carlton here. They could really do with one. Hudson missed a sitter down the other end to start the quarter. He's already kicked one. Now there's the kick. It's a beautiful kick. It's a goal. So the Blues hit back. Scoreboard 44-57. 13 points.
Oh, Big Justin had a spell on the bench in that first half when Dorotich was caught on the ground. There's that free kick again. Also probably Greg Deere. The free kick obviously for the first tackle by Andrew Collins. And Justin Madden now approaching 150 goals.
Back in the middle, and Madden, who kicked the goal, wins in the middle to Bradley. Now to Sexton. Carlton having most of the play so far in this term. Oh, good mark by Gowers. Same direction as the ball.
And a courageous mark, wasn't it?
Kick by Gowers. Up to centre wing. Lawrence didn't really go for the ball, tried to hold his opponent off, and wins the free kick.
Stephen Lawrence at centre wing. Paul Gear off the ground, replaced by Lawrence. Stephen Lawrence. A wobbly old kick to the half-forward line. Hudson took front position. It's a loose ball. It's kicked hurriedly. A free kick for too high a tackle. And it is Ratton to take it at half-back. Brett Ratton. Now he brings it out towards centre wing. Oh, poor kick. There's only one man out there was Morrissey. He's racing back after it was Spalding. And a pretty ordinary effort by Morrissey to just let that ball roll to the line. No conviction to get that ball.
No, I think he was very happy to see it go over the boundary line, James Morrissey. Now with the job, I think, on Craig Bradley in this second half.
Gowers and Spalding. Comes to the back to Pritchard. Over centre wing he goes with the kick. Dean keeps his footing, thumps the ball up the ground. Koutafidis, Platten on his hammer. Koutafidis, Platten's had just 5 possessions. The kick to half forward, Kernahan in good position, takes the free kick on Langford. Well, Chris Langford has done everything right, and Kernahan was moved off him in the second quarter, up onto the ball. He's now back at full forward. His kick back into the teeth of the breeze to the goal square. Alvin got a fist to it. Comes to Collins. Good hand pass out of defence. Oh, Deere took a week to gather it. Free kick to Hogg. And this is on the scoring side of the ground for the Blues.
Matthew Hogg was carried off the ground in the first term after a very heavy shepherd from Condon. He started off with a job on Johnny Platten, was doing it very nicely until that very heavy clash with Condon.
$13 points the margin, and a straight kick by Hogg with the breeze right at his back will make the margin just 7 points. Yes.
Well, he's not a prolific goal kicker, Matthew Hogg. In fact, he's only kicked 10 career goals before today, so not noted for his goal kicking. Played 59 games with Footscray, very determined customer. And Carlton, well, a very good start for Carlton in this second half.
Well, a fumble by Greg Deere, Bernie.
Yes, and good courage by Hogg.
So Deere and Madden. Madden wins it. Jarman waits back. Fresh air shot by Alvin. Great play, Alvin, later Bradley. As Bradley races into goal, Collins back with the flight. And not a good kick by Bradley, an open goal. He really didn't thump it as Collins kicks wide. He's looking out there for Cooper, and he's found him at half back. But a wasted opportunity a moment ago. Now Cooper chips across to Allen. He's going back on the mark. He dodges round Williams. He wanted to play on, actually, Ben Allen. He chips it into half-foot or Condon, very slow to get there. And, well, he's not renowned for leg speed. And over the line goes the ball, centre wing.
Hawthorn by 7 points. Early stages, third quarter. Madden pushed out. Play on, says the umpire. Ratton gets the hand pass to Hogg. Kick by Hogg to centre half forward. Spalding charging after it with Gowers. Kernahan there with Langford. Back fists it. Goes Carlton's way. Bradley a chance. Kernahan in there. It's a ball up 35 metres from goal.
A dangerous tactic there by Chris Langford. Well, it would have been better to thump it towards the boundary line, Pete, the way he was going.
Yep. And he had the pace too to run on with it too, of course. As we see Kernahan doing the ruck work, won by Deere. Ben Allen's been a good player, soccers it off the ground to half-foot. Here's Lawrence racing after it. Over the back is the dangerous Jarman. Where's Dunstall? The leader's on. He chips it into Dunstall. He can't get there. And
too wide anyway, Peter.
It was too wide. The lead was wide. It really would be better in that situation, wouldn't it, Bernie, to hook it back towards the square.
Just ignore those leads out to that wide, out to the flank, and have a shot at the goal front.
Carlton about to make an interchange. McKay to come on, and coming off his heaver. It's at half forward for the Hawks. Madden versus Lawrence. Lawrence, fresh air shot. Oh, racing clear as Condon. An open goal looms as a shocker. From 25 metres, Anthony Condon has missed an absolute sitter with no one near him for 20. Costly mistake.
Costly. They've made a few poor shots at goal, haven't they? Especially Hudson. He's kicked 2 goals, 5, and now that very ordinary shot at goal from Condon.
Well, the huddle at centre half back. Hannah, the first to break, takes the kick in by Silvani. Already now to half forward, but the mark by Jenke. Defensive side of the ground. The breeze going across the ground away from us. Now to half forward Hawthorn. Hudson works to the front. Plenty of shots on goal, but plenty of misses. Actually, he's given it straight up here. Scholl, high ball. Jenke again, second mark in 30 seconds.
Good player, Jenke. Played a great game against the Swans last week on Richard Osborne. Jenke to the half-forward line. It's all Carlton. Or Madden went one-handed. Knocked on by McKay. Players go in hard at the ball. Andy Collins was there and forces it over the line.
Carlton won both matches against Hawthorn last year by 26 points and by 12 points. Desperate to get the points here today because they'll be just about right out of the race after 3 rounds if they lose. This ball out of play again.
And Spalding coming off again for Carlton. Dorotic about to replace him. He's really had a poor afternoon at centre half forward. Spalding only 2 kicks and 2 hand passes.
Geez, a big pack around this boundary throw-in. Williams gets a 15-metre hand pass. Alvin keeps it going Carlton's way. Collins finds Crawford. Crawford a look away hand pass is good to Cooper. Long kick to half forward. Hall. Still with Hall. He's going to get the free kick. Oh, it's Carlton's free.
Well, he charged into the back of Koutafoudis, Drew. I think that was what the free kick was awarded for.
Well, the half forward, Langford at the back, the big fist, a good fist too. Now, Platten's had a very ordinary day. He waits back. Greg Williams into Alvin, and Alvin marks at half forward. Oh, he's played on. Tommy Alvin kicks at goal. And he hits the post. Bad luck. That really did deserve a goal, that. But John Platten just waited back there and allowed Greg Williams to take it, Bernie, at centre of the ground.
I just wonder about his fitness, Peter, because he pulled out of the match last week against the Sydney Swans with a virus.
And he hasn't spent much time roving. Centre of the ground. Mark not paid to Welsh. Listen to the Carlton fans. Down goes Crawford. No whistle still. Jarman after it. Jarman, time to steady. Pokes it up to Deere. Greg Deere takes the mark. Nearly lost his strides. Gets the hand pass away to Hudson. Dunstall in front. Just can't take the mark. Silvani kept going with Dunstall. Williams backs into the pack.
Is that the ball?
He dropped the ball red hot.
Dropped it red hot in the tackle.
No doubt. He just threw his arms out, didn't he, Peter? He didn't try to get rid of it legitimately.
The kick from Platten. He's dropped it. Dunstall should have had it. Oh, Morrissey in the way of Dunstall. Oh, bad mistake by Hawthorn up forward. As Dunstall was going straight at that mark, he would have taken it on the chest, and Morrissey cut across it.
And he should have taken the mark anyway,
And
Peter.
he still should have taken it.
It was a sitter.
Not good forward play from Hawthorn, and Dunstall would hang his head there. Now, over the back. Free kick to Carlton. They've had a lot of free kicks in this term. In fact, now
23 free kicks to Carlton and only 13 to Hawthorn.
23 to 13 in favour of Carlton at the moment. They've had a lot in this term. A lot of them, most of them, pretty well deserved, though. Here it is at half back with Dean. Dean to the half forward line. Scholl waits for it. And Andy Collins happy to see it go over the line, but a lot of mistakes being made, Bernie.
Getting nothing also at centre half forward, Peter. Dorotic now playing there. Spalding has had no impact on the game. Maybe get Kernahan out in the play. They put him into the ruck for a couple of minutes in that first half, but he's really getting cold down there at full forward.
Williams to Dean. His kick short of half forward, gathered by Cooper. Good vision by Cooper. Back he goes to Jarman. Centre wing, Mark to Allen.
50 metres. 50-metre penalty.
Against Rowan Welsh, who came late.
I think that was unnecessary, Bernie.
If a player arrives on the scene late, Peter, and he's not going for the mark, if he's not attempting to go for the mark, the umpire has to apply a 50-metre penalty. John Platten off for Hawthorn and Johnson back on, but that is applying the rules to the letter of the law, and it is the right decision.
Hawthorn haven't kicked a goal in this quarter. They've rectified that now. So Ben Allen gets the goal after a 50-metre penalty, and the margin is 13 points.
Yeah, there's that free kick again. Welsh had no intention of going for the mark. His only intent was to hit the player who took the mark, that player being Ben Allen. The umpire applying the rule as he should there, and the 50-metre penalty had to be applied.
So we go back to the centre. Handy one to the Hawks. They needed it. Carlton were doing most of the attacking. Here's Greg Williams out of the centre. Bombs it long. Kernahan at the back. Kernahan can't mark. Socket through for a behind by Mannigan. And good thinking, because it was a dangerous situation there. So the scoreboard shows 2 goals the margin. Hawthorn leads.
Lawrence going off for Hawthorn, and Deere coming back on. Paul Deere, who was the Norm Smith medalist in the premiership year 2 years ago. Langford kicks in. Madigan and Welsh. Good mark by Welsh. 12 points the difference. Hawthorn in front midway through the third quarter. Kick by Welsh out to half forward flank. Kernahan, one-hander. Oh, clever mark by Kernahan. But I don't like his angle to goal from there. That's definitely a defensive pocket.
It was a classy mark, wasn't it? Steve Kernahan in replay. 3 attempts, juggled mark. He's a very classy player, Steve Kernahan. In fact, he's led the Carlton goal kicking in every season since 1986, which of course was his first season here at Carlton.
3 best and fairest, captain for 6 years, leading goal kicker for 7 years. Difficult shot into the breeze from that side of the ground. It's all right. 1 kick the difference.
Well, it's been a game of changing fortunes here at Princes Park. Carlton dominated the first 15 minutes in the first term, and the second half of the quarter dominated by Hawthorn, and the second term dominated by Hawthorn. And Carlton coming back full of fight in this third quarter.
So the centre bounce, vitally important. Deere wins it. Gets it to his brother, Paul Deere. On to Condon. Condon should look for Dunstall. He tries to hook it back. Dunstall at the front. Silvani at the side. And Silvani wins out. And Steve Silvani. Dunstall has kicked 2. Now he's looking for an option. He's going to belt it out long to centre wing. Greg Deere at the back. Can't mark. It's a loose ball. It's kicked by Sexton. Bradley there to lend a hand. Good play by Bradley. Class play by Bradley. The wobbly kick, though, to the half-forward line. Kernahan gets it to Fraser Brown. Brown to Collins. Collins at Hawthorn. Was Collins held? He thought so. The umpire said no. Collins will take this ball away. Great play by the little back pocket player. On to Pritchard. Back to Collins. And Collins will clear it to centre wing.
It's top play by Andy Collins. Man in front.
That's a great mark there. Fraser Brown, wasn't it, between the two Hawthorn players, Drew?
Bradley.
Bradley, is it? Yes, it's Craig Bradley. What a terrific effort.
And he goes for a bounce. Centering the ball, getting to the attacking side. Great play by Bradley. Up short of Kernahan. No mark. Hawthorn. Welsh. Oh, Madigan just got a fingernail to it. And it's gone out of bounds in the forward pocket. Hawthorn by 6 points.
Right in the forward pocket. There's Greg Madigan playing on Rowan Welsh. The ruck work to be done by Langford and Kernahan. Full back and full forward. Langford, front position. Kernahan comes from the side. They race in after it. Little Crawford was there. Players go to ground and it'll be a bounce.
Chance for the Blues here. A goal out of this would level the scores. They opened like a rocket, Carlton. They kicked the first 3 goals. And then Hawthorn came right back to lead by quarter time. Williams goes through without it. Hand pass off the ground. Cooper, who's been a good defender for Hawthorn. Through the centre it goes. Dean approaches it. Clean hands, but an interception by Hall. Great play by Tony Hall. And he's kicked a sensational goal. Three goals to Hall. And just as you were looking for the ball to be at centre-half forward for Carlton, it's a goal to Hawthorn.
There's 3 goals, in fact. Here's the replay of that. Peter Dean, well, Tony Hall was in position there all the way, wasn't he? The handball had to be high.
He anticipated pretty well, though, Hall, didn't he?
Kudafidis was behind.
Yeah, should have been a high handball.
The high hand pass was the order of the day.
That's made a big difference, that turnover. 12 points the margin. The Hawks lead. Oh, great play. Williams, he's caught though. Gets it to Fraser Brown. He gets it on to McKay. McKay, the long kick. Will it clear the pack? They go back. The ball still in play, and then Collins taps it over the line for a behind. Gee, that was good play out of the centre by Williams.
Williams, yes, starting to come into the game a little bit. Greg Williams, 7 kicks and 13 hand passes.
Just under 10 minutes to go to three-quarter time. Margin 11 points. Dorotich at the back. Into Scholl. Kernahan. Spoiled by Langford. Favours Johnston. His hand pass is too high for Allen. Might have seen a Hawthorn Guernsey in the crowd.
Half-forward flank for the Blues. Very poor hand pass set by Michael Johnson. There's Langford doing the ruck work, trying to tap it on. Fraser Brown gets in a hand pass. This is Scholl. Scholl, a high ball. Madigan will come for the back and thumps it over the line. Good play, Madigan. Welsh had gone to ground.
He's done a pretty good job there, Madigan, in the back pocket, Pete.
He's done an excellent job. Well, he's back in the side after a fair spell in the reserves. And he's got his chance, Bernie. He's got his chance, Greg Madigan, former Marsland College schoolboy. Now, here's a chance for, they went without it, the Blues players. Here's Pritchard, he's bundled off the ball. Fraser Brown tries to get his boot to it. The Hawthorn players in hard after it. And they're trying desperately to get it out of defence. Now it's Ben Allen diving on it. He's got to make an attempt to get it out. Oh, boy, that can be dangerous, and Kernahan's not happy.
What a desperate passage of play, wasn't it, from both sides? Carlton to keep the ball in the forward line and Hawthorn to make sure they didn't get the chance to score.
Kernahan wins it, but Cooper has been excellent. Across the ground behind half-back. And this is well within kicking distance now for Carlton on the attacking side. Hawthorn there on Collins. Dorotich palms down. Williams somehow gets it out. Brown, boot the ball. A goal! All the pats for Greg Williams, but what a freak goal by Fraser Brown, and how important was it, Bernie, to be on this side of the ground for a shot like that?
Yes, exactly, Drew. You called it, didn't you? You realised the danger in the call there, bringing the ball to this side of the ground. And it proved to be very costly. The kick coming from Cooper across goal, I think it was. And it was well within the scoring distance. Just an instinctive goal there from Fraser Brown, and he's a very classy player for Carlton.
The Hawks by 5 points. Madden and Deere. Condon tries to get in a hand pass. He does to Allen. Koutafidis, no mark. Hall. Oh, great play by Hall. On to Condon. Condon, a wobbly kick. Dunstall, a great mark under enormous pressure from Silvani. That was a champion mark.
It was wobbling off the boot, wasn't it, from Condon? It wasn't a good kick into the forward line. Off Condon's left boot, just wobbled all over the place, and strength again. Jason Dunstall, what a great player.
The value, Bernie, of being in front when that quick kick comes to the forward line.
No doubt. Dunstall with 2 goals, 2 to his name today.
Well, the Hawks could do with this one. Carlton are looking dangerous. They only trail by 5 points. He is directly in front. The Hawthorn champion has kicked 2. Jason Dunstall kicks the goal. Umpire doesn't move. It's a goal. A handy one to the Hawks. Dunstall has kicked his 3rd. 11-10 to 9-11.
Dunstall's kicked 1 in every quarter. And that was his 799th career goal, Jason Dunstall. You see that kick into the forward line. Well, he is an out-and-out champion. There's no doubt about that, Jason Dunstall. Played every game last season for Hawthorn. 145 goals for 1992. And away he goes. Just continues on.
6.5 minutes to three-quarter time. Bradley tries it out of the middle. Scholl, a good one. Hobb wide for Kernahan. Close to the boundary line. Tries to keep it in but fails.
That's one of those leads through I wish they'd ignore and go towards the goal face, because they've got a strong marking player there in Welsh. Kernahan leading very wide. Would have been a tough shot with the breezes it is today, Pete, also.
Well, Kernahan's taken 4 marks and Welsh 4 marks, so if Carlton hope to get goals through long bombs to tall forwards, it's failing today.
Kernahan doing the ruck work. Good play again by Cooper. There's Kernahan on to Williams. He's caught holding the ball, and he got in a hand pass. Fraser Brown up in the air. Gowers from behind. Dorotich from the front. Taken by Scholl. He drops the ball. And the umpire pinged him for that one, and the advantage paid. As Madigan gets it right down towards Hall. Hall trying to fist it on. As players going after it. It's a free kick to Carlton out there on centre wing.
Free against Greg Deere, high on Koutafidis.
Koutafidis, centre wing. And the umpire, the Hawthorn player's got to come back on the mark. Play on the umpire called then, as Cooper is there. Was that a push out? Umpire said no. They race in after it. Here's a chance for a dangerous Bradley. Bradley in towards the pocket. The Hawthorn player, oh, dangerous punch down by Madigan in front of goal. The players race at it. Jarman and Gowers. Gowers gets in a hand pass. Cooper, he dummies the hand pass and brings it up towards half forward, and Tony Hall will mark.
11 points the difference. Centering kick, Allen. Zigzag football back outside the centre corridor to Jarman. Jarman, a short pass to Dunstall.
Great mark again from Jason Dunstall. Some heavy work from Steve Silvani. The umpire just having a word. I'd say telling him to cool it a little bit there, Pete, because he was a little bit heavy with his tactics there, landing almost, certainly landing on him.
Accidental low, I think, by Stephen. But
they were very kind, Peter.
I thought Jarman was going to blaze away at goal then, but he's an unselfish player, Jarman.
Now Dunstall with 799 career goals. He and Lockett have been having a bit of a race to 800. Dunstall can beat him by 3 if he kicks this one. Yes, he has. 4 goals to Dunstall, 800 for his career at an average of 4.6 a game. What a champion.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. No doubt about that, Drew. And this was a difficult shot at goal too from that pocket. Brought it back beautifully. The umpire just having a few words to Steve Silvani. Pretty heavy work after Dunstall had taken that strong mark.
Hawthorn of steady. Magnificent achievement. Jason Dunstall. 800 league goals. What a great performance. That's Condon getting it to Allen. Allen, a booming kick. Dunstall and Silvani. Silvani dropped the mark under pressure. Kicked away by Alvin. Paul Deere races for it. Has he got the pace? Oh, used that strength. Taken away by Silvani, though, off holding the man that should have been to Crawford, and eventually it's tapped to the line. I thought he was grabbed by Silvani, then Crawford.
Well, momentarily, Pete. Probably not enough for a free kick, but also dangerous. Silvani running 50, 60 metres upfield, leaving Dunstall alone in the goal square.
The fastest man in that contest was the biggest, Silvani. He just kept on coming. Alvin, kick smothered. Ratton threads the hand pass through well to Hogg. Kick by Hogg to centre half forward. Sun in Welsh's eyes. Madigan from behind interferes. Free kick to Dorotich. 82 to 65. Hawthorn by 17 points. And Dorotich goes in short. Didn't reach Kernahan. Heaver is there. Jenke. Good shepherding by Gowers allows Jenke out of there. Madden on one knee takes the mark at centre wing.
Justin Madden gives it across to Elvin. Tommy Elvin kicks it in long towards half forward. Gowers will come from the back. Dorotich at the front. Ben Allen tries to fist it away. Goes to get it again. Good play by Scholl. Is that a free kick?
That'll be a free kick
in the head. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Scholl at the 50-metre line. Brett Scholl put the head down and barged in. Carlton have had a lot of free kicks as compared with Hawthorn. Probably double, I think, Bernie, as the kick comes in. Collins at the back. Kernahan at the front. It's Welsh at the front. Welsh caught with the ball. Little Crawford raced in after it. Shepherding by Deere. Crawford again. He went without it. He comes out with the ball, the little fella. Great play by Shane Crawford. He brings it into Hall. Hall and Hudson will combine here. Back to Hall from Hudson. Hall at open goal. He kicks. And he misses to the left.
Wasn't a clever play there from Hudson. Little backhander back to accommodate the run of Tony Hall. Been a good player, both half forwards, Tony Hall and Paul Hudson. Excellent players for Hawthorn.
And great persistence by Crawford on the back line. Silvani short to Scholl. 2 minutes to three-quarter time. 3 goals the difference. Hawthorn in front. All Carlton at centre wing. Dean. Dean comes out wide to Alvin. 75 metres from goal. Kernahan needs to stick. It doesn't. Williams dodging, weaving. Greg Williams a chance. Left footer. A beauty. First score for the day to Greg Williams, and the Blues within 2 goals.
A wonderful kick on his left foot, Greg Williams. His first for the day. First scoring opportunity, in fact, for Greg Williams. It's been a good contest between he and Ben Allen. Just slipping around Ben Allen on his left boot. He prefers that shot at goal if he can get on his left side. Greg Williams now with 8 kicks and 15 hand passes.
Deere and Madden out of the centre, vitally important here. Condon tries to tap it on. Scholl is caught, but he gets in a hand pass by Kay. Out wide, it'll be Gowers. Can he get there first? He should soccer it. He does. He heads for the safety of the boundary line. Good play by Gowers, because there were 2 Carlton players right in his hammer, Bernie.
Safety first, no doubt, Pete.
A minute left in the third quarter. Bradley breaks a tackle. Hoists it back over his shoulder to the 50-metre line. Madigan from behind. That's a clever mark.
Well, he's got a tough opponent there too, Rowan Welsh. Welsh has kicked 2 goals, none in this second half.
Kick by Madigan. Back towards centre wing. Madden. Off hands to Dorotich. Scholl breaks a tackle. Another goal just before the siren would be handy for the Blues. Kernahan. Oh, fantastic mark.
Well, his second one-hander, Drew. He took a great mark earlier in the quarter. Had 3 bites at it, controlled it, brought it to the ground. This one, he used his body well, held Kernahan, held Langford out with the right hand, used the left hand to take the mark. He has to do that because Langford is so good, he's so pacey, and has been able to get at most contests and spoil.
The siren says, yep, there it is. Oh, what will Steve Kernahan do here?
Same as last week.
Will he put it through the middle, the captain?
Last week he missed everything. A straight kick here would put them within 6 points. He's got it. Hawthorn at the last last change by one straight kick. It's 12-11 to 11-11.
Umpire Peter Carey about to bounce the ball to start what should be a great last quarter here at Princess Park. 6 points the margin. The Hawks lead as the ball is held aloft. Centre bounce vitally important. We'll see Greg Deere versus Justin Madden. Madden wins the hit out. It's a loose ball. It's Deere punching it back to Tony Hall. Hall trying to shuffle it out. He's still going in after it, Hall. It's centre of the ground. It's with Millen Hanna. Hanna to half forward. Gowers at the back. Dorotich at the front. Bradley read it beautifully. Bradley back in front of goal. Madigan and Welsh. Welsh tries to grab it away from Madigan. Sock it away by Langford. This is little Brent Heaver, former Melbourne player, getting it back towards Williams. Williams throws it on the ground. Umpire calls play on it eventually. It is forced over the line.
A couple of times Greg Williams doesn't actually kick it or hand pass it. Forward pocket for the Blues. Dorotich to the back. Through goes Williams. His left footer is an underground kick. Alvin's still a chance. He's going towards it. Jarman goes for safety and concedes a point, which in a tight game could be a worry because the margin's 5 points.
Well, I still think he did the right thing.
Well, he had the safety first, isn't it, in those sort of situations.
I mean, that can cost you a goal if you're trying to do something fancy now. Here's Chris Langford. He's been kicking in beautifully all day. He's looking for Greg Deere, and he's found him at half-back. That was a great kick by Deere, by Langford, I should say. Deere goes short towards half-forward, looking for his brother. He's got backup support. Socket off the ground. A very ordinary effort. Madigan should have picked that up. He was clear. And a Carlton rebound, and it comes out to Koutafidis. Koutafidis to the half-forward line. Gowers at the back, goes for the fist away. Going to ground was Collins. Here's Jarman. Jarman over the top with Hawthorn off and running. This is Greg Deere chipping it to the half-forward line. He finds his brother Paul Deere. Paul will kick it long looking for Dunstall. Dunstall and Silvani. Dunstall held out of it. Hudson, no mark. And coming away with the ball is Scholl.
Scholl straight back up to centre. Harry Madden one hand to it. All he did was tip it to Jarman. Jarman back to centre half forward. Big pack. Comes off hands. Scholl at the back. But it's grabbed by Sexton. Out to centre wing. Bradley in front. Takes the mark. Pritchard lagging behind. 5 points the margin. The Hawks in front. Good running by Alvin. The kick up towards full forward. Big punch from behind by Gowers. Comes to Cooper. Morrissey, centre of the ground. Scholl spoils. Koutafidis with a bit of pace. Round the corner he goes. Madden at centre half forward. This time. He made sure we all saw it.
Justin Madden.
Delighted the crowd, that one, Pete.
He's going to have a shot from 55 metres. He brings it in towards full forward. It's not a bad kick, but they thump it over the line for a behind. And this is a great game of football. There's Big Justin. He's had a good battle with Greg Deere. 4 points the margin. The Hawks lead.
Two very, very valuable goals from Madden as well.
Both from free kicks, both those goals, as we see. Langford to the half-back line. Play on, says the umpire, as it's shuffled away from Jenke. There's Andy Collins. Jenke with great skill. Jenke chips it in towards half-forward. Hudson waits back. It's the bounce of the ball. Who will it favour? It'll favour Peter Dean. Dean kicks it out the centre wing. Jarman sets himself. Can't take the mark. Jenke again. Kicks to the half-forward line. Looking for the boundary line. Falling over is Condon. Taken away by Sexton. Back they go to centre wing. And racing in after it is Alvin.
Well played by Alvin. The hand pass off to Williams. He goes over the top to Koutafidis. Open forward line. Up to Kernahan from behind. He palms the ball down. He's after it again. Well done by the skipper. And Langford, who's acting captain for Hawthorn today, has done a superb job at fullback. Kernahan's kicked 2 goals too, but late in the second quarter was moved onto the ball. Langford has been great.
Half forward for Carlton. Langford taps it down. Cooper heads for the safety of the boundary line. That's good play. Carlton's half forward line. The Hawks lead by 4 points. Nothing in this game. Langford again versus Kernahan. Langford wins out. Carlton nearly coming through with it was Greg Williams. Gee, he reads that ball well off the pack, Bernie.
He's been very good in the second half now, 9 and 16. Allen probably on top in that first half. Allen's had 14 kicks and 5 hand passes.
Within scoring distance for Carlton. It comes out in front of goals. Bradley, 35 metres out, goes to ground. Off the ground goes Allen. Palm out by Deere is good play. Jenky, a fantastic hand pass back to Allen, who gave him the old 1-2. Kick by Allen to full forward. Dunstall underneath. No, he gets there. Platten, very quiet day. Silvani and Dunstall has been another highlight, like the one at the other end between Langford and Kernahan. The umpire will ball it up.
They're both trying to con the umpire then, Drew.
Chance for the Hawks. They lead by 4 points. Ball out of play. Talked about Platten having a quiet day. He missed last week. Maybe he's not at full health because he's had just 6 kicks for the day.
Yes, they miss his drive too. Paul Deere versus Madden. Over the back was Sexton. Oh, it's given off to Hall. Hall on the left foot, sets sail for home. Silvani back with the flight. Takes the mark. It's not good play by the Hawks because Dunstall was clear. Silvani, Dunstall chases him. Silvani takes it to the safety of the boundary line, but it's no safety there because waiting for it was Morrissey. Morrissey chips it. It was touched. Jarman and Morrissey. Well played. Taken away though by Jarman. Where's Deere? Paul Deere leads. Platten at the back. And little Platten is marked. He waited. I don't know whether he gave a little bit of a shove, but he took the mark.
Well, I think that was suggested by Ratton. Here it is. I don't think he did push him. I don't think the push was there. Very difficult to judge with the sun in their eyes.
Platten kicks, and John Platten has put it through. The curly-haired Rover has kicked 2, and most importantly for Hawthorn, a handy little break, 10 points.
There's 1 goal in the first quarter, now 1 in this final term, Johnny Platten. As Hawthorn make another change, Lawrence on, and Morrissey's been taken off. See this in replay. Platten caught at the back there. And may have worked Ratton under the ball just slightly, but good judgment anyway by John Platten.
Well, that one mightn't have been a goal if Silvani's clearing kick had found touch. Crawford underneath it. Jenky pulled off it and will take a free kick.
A great player under pressure, Jenky, Drew.
Carlton kicked the first 3 goals in this game and then was swamped by Hawthorn. But the Blues have come back. Still anyone's game. Platten fighting hard with Ratton. Gets a push and a free kick.
Very iffy, that one.
Yes.
Very iffy, that free kick.
Didn't look to be much in it, did there?
No, I think Platten probably threw himself to the
Let's
ground
have a
there.
look.
There he goes, throwing himself to the ground.
No
The umpire
free
blew
kick.
the whistle.
Definitely not a free kick.
I'd agree with that.
Hogg started as the tag on Platten, was belted in the first quarter, carted off on a stretcher, and now it's Platten and Ratton. Platten for his 3rd goal.
Dorotic and Lawrence. Lawrence goes for the spoil. Dorotic, good play, Dorotic. Paul Greg Deere at the back. Kernahan tries to get in a hand pass. Good play by Hudson, was dragged off the ball. A little bit unlucky there, Paul Hudson. Now, hand pass. Back it comes to Bradley. Bradley chips it across, and the mark has been taken by Kudafidis at half forward. Kudafidis will kick. He is a beautiful kick. He will kick from 52 metres. Now there it is. He's hooked it slightly, and they'll probably help it on its way from behind. They do. And really Carlton have to get that goal and get within 1 kick, Drew, don't they?
Yes, the margin 10, 90 plays 80, but still 16 and a half minutes left at Princes Park. Langford kicks in. Sun in the eyes of Lawrence, and he drops the mark. The hand pass off was good to Collins. Collins just gets it away to Condon. Down the centre go Hawthorn. He ran a fair way.
You're joking.
No, I think it might be against Andrew Collins for throwing the ball.
Oh,
it
come
wasn't.
off.
The whistle went before that, Peter. It wasn't against Condon. I think the umpire judging that Collins threw the ball.
Andrew McKay, the South Australian recruit, thumps a ripper. Andrew McKay from Glenelg playing his third game in the AFL, runner-up last year in the Magarey medal behind Nathan Buckley, and he's put the Blues within 4 points.
Yes, his first goal in AFL competition, in fact. Andrew McKay, well, a very costly decision there by the umpire, but he was right on the spot when Andrew Collins gave that very iffy hand pass off.
4 points the margin. Lawrence to do the ruck work, tries to get it. Here's Gowers soccering it off the ground. Dean gets his boot to it. Here's Greg Williams. Pushed off the ball as he kicks to the half-forward line. Punched away to Cooper. Cooper going in after it. He comes back into play. Now he steadies and brings it to the half-forward line. And was that a push-out? No. Paul Deere. Slow to get rid of it. Now he does. Condon over the top. Reading it well was Dean. Oh, great play, Peter Dean. He wanted that ball. He gets it to Koutafidis. Out wide is Fraser Brown. Brown the half forward. At the back, Cooper. Thumped away towards the half back line. Dorotic trying to keep it in play. Hooks it back. Bradley. Caught. Brings it in towards Madden, and Justin Madden. That will mark him for the goal.
Madden already has kicked 2 goals, one in the first quarter and one in the third. And this to put Carlton 2 points in front. Big Justin, well, he hasn't kicked a lot of goals in his career. In fact, well, he's kicked 146, so that's not too bad.
Justin Madden, directly in front, has kicked the goal. The Blues are in front.
Three goals won to Justin Madden. And what a game. This has been a terrific game here at Princes Park. Carlton in front by 2 points. It's been anyone's game all day. Terrific battle. Both sides giving their all.
Well, that's the first time the Blues have led since the first quarter, when they kicked the first 3 goals but then were grabbed and overrun by Hawthorn. Sexton goes down. Williams approaching 30 possessions. He's been great. Advantage play. He goes for the bounce. Steers the pass low, but Welsh can't take the mark. Brown in there. What a contest this is. 2 points the margin. Carlton desperate. They've grabbed just a draw out of their first 2 games. Hawthorn have won 2 out of 2. And this is a last man standing affair. Condon, it comes out here. Heaver, the ex-Melbourne player, snaps the goal as an offline, and no score.
Oh, pressure. 14 points. There's tons of time left. 14 minutes.
The medical staff have been having a look at Andrew Gowers too. He's been moved to the wing. He played a great game at centre half back all day, so I don't think he's 100% fit.
Well, there's Greg Deere. Beaten foot by Dorotic. Great mark. Dorotic from 50. Bombs it in long. It starts to swing back. Is that a free kick? No free kick to Langford, he can't believe it. Curtan's kick, and Curtan's gone. Curtan has kicked 3. The Blues lead by 8 points.
3 goals to Steve Kernahan. John Dorotic, good play by Dorotic. He read the play very nicely. Kernahan at the back. Well, we couldn't really see, Peter. I know you're not happy with the decision whether it was a free kick. What do you think?
Push in the back.
Push out, you think? Very hard to tell.
Langford couldn't believe it.
I just wonder about Andrew Gowers. Why you would have him on the wing if he wasn't 100% fit. He's obviously not right. He had Earl Spalding taken from the ground earlier. Played a wonderful game at centre half back. He's now playing on the wing on Brett Scholl, with Steve Lawrence doing the work at centre half back on John Dorotic.
Somebody sampled the football after Kernahan's goal. We have a replacement football. We've really seen Princes Park rock like it did then when Kernahan marked and kicked the goal. Out of the middle goes Deere. He's kicked to Platten with Ratton. Interesting matchup for the commentators. John Platten does well for Dunstall. He passes rather than goes for goal for Hudson. It's knocked away from him. Tap on. Dunstall snap. Just offline. Up behind. Dunstall, 4 goals, 3. Earlier on, his 4th goal brought up 800 for his career. But he looked a big chance then from about 15 metres.
Well, should he have centred it in the first place? He tried to do the team thing. And his first shot probably might have been better off having a shot, as we see Silvani chipping it in short. Williams on the half volley. Umpire calls play on. Williams to centre wing, and reading it beautifully was Koutafidis. Danger time for Hawthorn. Koutafidis looking for Dorotic. Dorotic used his body well. Cooper backed himself in. Was great play by Cooper. He kicks it out to Jarman. Danger for Carlton here. Jarman chips it wide. Hawthorn through Condon. Condon should get on with the game here. He should get back on the mark. Condon now, he plays on the left foot. Dunstall. Oh, good use of the body, Dunstall. Silvani will claim it was a free kick. What do you think, Bernie Quinlan?
Well, I thought body on body. Both players trying to use their body. And Dunstall, of course, is a master of that. I would have paid the mark, no worries.
So Jason Dunstall, well, he hasn't had a free kick all day. He's had been scragged a few times, so I think it's fair enough when it's a body on body that at times they let those go. Jason Dunstall will kick for goal, and the champion full forward kicks goal number 5. So the Hawks back in business. They now trail by 1 point. What a game.
What a game. It's had everything, hasn't it? A champion full forward kicking his 800th career goal in Dunstall. Let's have a look at that again. The kick coming from Condon. And body on body, just a bit of a shove off there. I think Silvani made it look worse by maybe a little bit of, play acting there. But Dunstall got great upper body strength. Enabled him to do that.
Just under 12 minutes to go. 1 point the margin here at Princes Park. Clever by Allen. Then he lost control of it. Sexton. Jarman did well, but it was a free kick back behind here for Carlton. And it's going to Tom Alvin against Paul Deere. He goes by hand to Williams. 30 possessions, Greg Williams. Up to half forward. Collins marks. Heaver underneath the ball. Andy Collins goes wide. That is full back. Chris Langford out there. Full forward. Kernahan beats him. Up to the 50. Welsh has got it. Can play on. Rowan Welsh. Centres for Dorotic. And Lawrence rushes it through. Did he centre it or go for goal?
I think he centred it.
I thought he attempted a banana kick, Drew. That wasn't all that successful. But
I thought it might have been a centre off the outside of his boot.
Greg Madigan to bring the ball back into play. Should be kicking long here. He does. Langford at the front. It's a loose ball. Danger man Williams has got it. Goes for a hand pass out wide.
He's been belted. He's down, Greg Williams.
free kick.
So the kick will come back to 50. I don't think it'll go to Dorotic.
No, it won't.
It's going to Kernahan, in fact, because Williams might be able to take it. So let's see what happened.
Yeah, let's have a look at what happened to Greg Williams. Well, the attempted smother by Langford. That's all it was. There was nothing, not a lot in it, but the arm did make contact, probably around the elbow area, but there was an attempted smother.
Steve Kernahan. Now, it'll bring the house down if he can kick this from 55. He sets it up. It's a beautiful kick right up to the square, and it's helped on its way, or is it a goal? It was touched. I was certain that the goal umpire was going to put up two fingers in Bernie with his actions, didn't you?
Well, the crowd thought that also.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that, Brett.
So what is it? It is 3 points the margin. Anyone's game. We've got 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes left.
That was the most ostentatious signal for touched I've ever seen. He brought the house down with one signal. Kick in towards the outer side. Condon, support from Jenke, close to the boundary line. The kick in between half-back and centre wing. Alvin and Jarman. Jarman, clever hand pass into Allen. Allen pokes the ball up to half-forward. Deere. It comes Deere's way. Paul Deere, the hand pass into Allen, who fumbled. It let Carlton back into it, but Allen should take the free kick. He will.
Well, the fumble may be costly because this gives Carlton a chance to get back and cover.
Carlton by 3 points. The kick by Allen. In the direction of Dunstall.
Free
He's pushed
kick.
down.
Oh!
No whistle on that. Silvani's caught. What a tackle by Platten. Advantage. Dunstall kicks the goal.
Hit the post.
Oh, it hit the post from about 4 metres out.
What about the initial? Have a look at the free kick to Dunstall. Have a look at this.
No free kick. No free kick. He went to ground.
Don't know there was a push.
I don't think there was a push
He's
out.
hurt Dunstall. Did he hit the goalpost? He's down hurt Jason Dunstall.
It was a great tackle though from Johnny Platten. He pinned the arm of Silvani. He couldn't do anything with it. Well, Dunstall was hurt in that first half.
Well, here is Hogg at half back, or back pocket actually. Paul Deere trying to get back on Sexton, but Sexton is marked at half back flank. Sexton wanting to play on the left foot to the half forward line. Madden and Deere. Deere goes the big thump. It might come off. Caught with it is Hogg. The hand pass in. This is the little fella, Crawford, picking it up. Onto the dangerous Jarman. Where's Dunstall and Hall? The player's on. Oh, he slipped over Jarman. Now Pritchard. He went without it. Now Sexton. Sexton to half forward. Back with the flight of the ball, Lawrence. He couldn't mark it. Taken away by Gowers. Now Lawrence. Lawrence tried to tap it back. This is Cooper. Cooper to the wide open spaces. Which way will it bounce? It'll favour the little fella Crawford. No, it won't. Oh, well done by Williams. Williams to Dorotich. Over the back is Collins. He's always there at a crisis, Collins, and he finds Ben Allen. Oh, he went without it. Now a chance for Hudson. Oh, he can't pick it up. Now he's got it. Gives it out to Allen. Allen looking for Dunstall. Dunstall at the back. Silvani at the front. Goal! Hawthorn at the front. Great play by the Hawks. Teamwork personified, and they now lead by 4 points.
Well, he didn't fumble that time, Ben Allen. He made the most of that opportunity. He's kicked 2 goals. It's been an enthralling contest between he and Greg Williams. Ben Allen's had 18 and 5, 18 kicks, 5 hand passes. Greg Williams 14 kicks, 18 hand passes. And Lawrence off the ground for Hawthorn. He's been replaced by Morrissey. And Mark Hawthorn also preparing to come on for Carlton. Well, what a match. This has just about everything, hasn't it, Peter? Just tremendous contest.
My voice is nearly gone.
Carlton away to an early start. They got 3 quick goals in the first 15 minutes. And it was all Hawthorn up until half-time. And anybody's match since half-time.
Eight minutes 20 remaining in a pulsating game here at Princes Park. Madden wins in the middle. Williams helps it Carlton's way. Cooper did well. Crawford, Hawthorn by 4 points. Shane Crawford with the poise of a veteran in his 3rd game, but the kick a little bit disappointing. Dean launched himself at it to take the mark at centre half back. Over the trouble here. Sexton just gets rid of it. Actually was a great gather and give. Hunter. The kick to centre half forward. Kernahan and Dorotich. It comes Williams' way. He sights Bradley. Bradley can't get a boot to ball. Dorotich. What tackling, what pressure, and what a great game of football.
Wonderful tackling, wasn't
it? If I'd paid $100 to get in, I wouldn't have been robbed.
Yeah, great game of football, it really is. And we say it every time it's like this, a draw would be a fitting result because they're 2 evenly matched teams. Now, the ball hits the deck. There's Pritchard dragged off the ball. Free kick he's had a quiet day, Darren Pritchard again, Bernie.
It's only 6 and 5. Very poor stats for Darren Pritchard.
For a running player, it's not enough. Pritchard to centre wing, and Paul Deere marks with strength. Danger period here for Carlton because, well, is Deere, is he going to handball this? Yes, he is. He plays on. This is Anthony Condon. Bring it in towards the half-forward line. Hall and Hannah. Oh, Hannah read that beautifully. Hannah will try and kick it long in towards the half-forward line. Gowers and Dorotich. It's dropped. The players racing after. It's a loose ball with Madden. He loses it to Cooper. He tunnel-balled it. Cooper off the side of the boot. Had a great mark taken at half-back by Welsh.
Hawthorn on for Carlton. Heaver off.
Rowan Welsh from centre half-back. Up towards half-forward. Dorotich stayed down. Got the crumbs. Might have been tackled high. Nothing doing. Look at Bradley's desperation. Now Crawford. He's lost it as well. And that'll be a ball up in the centre square. 104 plays 100. Hawthorn leading, and we have just over 6 minutes to go at Princes Park.
Next goal, vitally important for both sides. If Hawthorn kick, it'll be very difficult for Carlton. Here's Madden getting it down to ground. Players racing after, they're trying to rush it forward. Here's Tommy Alvin. Alvin will kick under pressure to the half-forward line. Kernahan and Langford. Which way will it bounce? Langford's got the pace. Kernahan goes to ground. A free kick to Kernahan for holding at half-forward.
Yeah, the free kick was there. The triple holding, it didn't matter all that much.
Steve Kernahan. He's going short. He brings it in towards full forward. It's no mark. Trying to go away with the ball is Gowers. Off the book, holding the ball, that must be. Umpire calls play on no. Fraser Brown in towards the pocket. Madden punts to ground. Taken away by Crawford. The little rover from Assumption College kicks it to the wide open spaces where the race is on for the ball. And Sexton brings it to half forward. Pritchard back with the flight has taken the mark.
Darren Pritchard at halfback. Looking for Jarman, centre of the ground. Alvin lost sight of it but came back to spoil. Great play. Condon gets around his man, over the top to Deere. Paul Deere, into Hall. Hall goes out to Morrissey on the 50. Morrissey over the top. Hudson should kick a goal here. 15 metres in the clear. He's kicked it. Paul Hudson's kicked his third. And it'll take 2 goals for Carlton to come back and win.
3 goals, 5 in fact to Paul Hudson. He's had a very good half-forward line. Tony Hall's kicked 3 goals. Ben Allen playing in the middle has kicked 2 goals. And Jason Dunstall 5 goals, 4. That's some wonderful contributors across that forward line. And that makes it very tough now for Carlton. 10-point advantage to Hawthorn.
Hudson's worked very hard at half forward today for the Hawks. 10 points. Can the Blues get the next goal? Vitally important, the centre bounce as Jenke tries to crash his way through. It's socket off the ground. It's Paul Cooper's been a great player for Hawthorn. He kicks it on the left foot. He's looking down there for Tony Hall, who runs free kick to Carlton, holding the man, and nearly bad play by Morrissey to kick the ball away. Peter Dean at half back.
Silvani's giving him a lead all the way from full-back up the far side of the ground, but Langford went with him. Good pass. Alvin takes the mark forward of the centre. Silvani's still going. The full-back's almost a target at full forward. But here's Welsh. Good mark.
Excellent mark. Out in front of Madigan. Well, it was a good lead, and Alvin didn't waste any time. He got it onto his boot very quickly. Out in front, that is an excellent mark.
What a vital kick, Bernie.
He's a very good kick for goal, this fellow.
7 marks and coming up for his 8th kick, Rowan Welsh. He's kicked 2 goals. He's now kicked 3 and they're back in it. 4 points the margin.
Yeah, what a game. Originally at Essendon, this player, Rowan Welsh, went to Dandenong where he kicked 184 goals in the season. And then he was picked up at number 33, a long way down in the March draft. A lot of clubs let him slip by. But he's an outstanding prospect.
So back in the centre. Deere and Madden. Madden won it. Hogg, the long bomb, in towards half forward. Oh, magnificent mark by the captain, Stephen Kernahan.
Gee, Peter, almost the same situation as last week, this one to put Carlton in front.
Steve Kernahan kicks for goal, and he slammed it through, and the Blues hit the front. Another one-hander. 2 points the margin, Carlton leads.
Did you notice he didn't put undue pressure on himself by going back and taking a long time? He got the ball, immediately he went back and kicked it. He didn't waste any time. A lot of players, they get back there and put undue pressure on themselves. Kicking the ball quickly, Peter, gives you a chance. You don't get those nerves.
Why hasn't Langford gone with Kernahan?
Good question. He should be always with him. Andrew Gower's now picking him up. Langford should be with him.
Back in the middle, 2-point lead to the Blues. Crawford, boot to ball, a very important kick. Morrissey can't shake the tackle. Over his head to Condon. Condon, high. Dunstall. Almost to Hall, but at the back, Hannah. Bill Hannah, a long kick out of defence. Alvin, 30 metres in the clear away from Jarman. Not a great kick by Tom Alvin, a tired-looking kick. Collins is back there, wearing Peter Crimmon's old number this year. His kick just inside the line and out at centre wing. 2 minutes 40 to go.
Centre wing. Deer and Madden. And it's thumped back over the line.
Well, Big Justin won't be too sad about that. He could just keep on thumping it over the boundary line here from these boundary contests, because of course the clock doesn't stop here. It does in the Foster's Cup, but not in the actual day competition.
Well, again, it's down the ground. It's handball back towards the line, and Hawthorn will take it over. Time clock ticking down, just over 2 minutes to go. Madden versus Deer. And it's tapped back into play. Oh, almost a scoop out there. Taken away by Morrissey. No, it's locked in, so it'll be a bounce. 1 minute and 48 seconds.
Vital importance this game to Carlton. They do need this win.
Well, it'll either be Hawthorn 2.5 games ahead of them or half a game ahead. That's how important it is. Collins is kicked to centre wing, goes past Deer. Deer still got a chance. Well done by Brown. Socket off the ground by Jarman. Out in front of Morrissey. Players are tired. Morrissey out of bounds on the full.
What a mistake.
Carlton 112. Hawthorn 110. And we have 1 minute 15 left.
Morrissey, well, he needed to take that in his hands, didn't he, Peter?
I had to.
That was just
too risky to do.
Fraught with danger, what he did there. Absolutely fraught with danger.
Just over a minute to go in this game. Tommy Elvin at half back. He'll hug the boundary line, I would imagine. There's the kick. Deer and Madden. It's a loose ball, and that's deliberate to the line, but the umpire didn't see it. Hawthorn went straight for the line on centre wing.
Well, there was a touch of doubt about it because Scholl was there also. It might have been a bad hand pass, Pete.
3/4 of a minute left. For the boundary line again goes Madden and finds it.
We'll be very happy with that. Justin, a tall ruckman in this situation, is very handy.
Langford's in the chop. He's come up the ground with Kernahan. Applies the tackle. Deer. Kick smothered. 25 seconds to go. Carlton by 2 points. Williams shrugs off the tackle of Morrissey. Important. Up towards half forward. Welsh. That's a mark. 14 seconds left. The clock has stopped. And Rowan Welsh is taking plenty of time over this. He goes to the pocket to Dorotich. Out of bounds will do Carlton. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. The Blues have got up for their first win of the season.